And they're off. Except Falcon's not off.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, he is.
Did something get desynced?
Yeah. I was dropping a lot of frames.
Okay,
So,
I was gonna wonder if that...
yeah. I'm gonna
Alright,
go ahead and
that's good.
pause my timer so it's the same as theirs. There we go, okay. So we got opposite chests. We just got a bottle.
I think, yeah, so fire arrows.
Alright, well, we
Those
got
could be needed.
fire arrows to start. Unfortunately, it's not the Ruto bottle. It's just a
Green
bottle with
potion.
some green potion in it.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and turn up
So,
coal
we've
a
got
little bit.
different routes right off the bat here. Falcon's checking the sword chest, making sure that he does the checks he needs. Purplerupees is heading right over to Lake Hylia here.
Yeah.
Doing the fast route.
Purple only really likes doing the Kokiri chest if he gets like an important way of the hero item because he knows that it can't be barren. Which I suppose you could say that about fire arrows, but I mean in a lot of cases fire arrows is just a barren hint because you usually have Din's fire. And if he gets lots of rupees, he'll immediately go to Deku Tree, but I guess with the current route that's going on with the items that he got, I think he's just decided, nope, it's just better to just leave the forest. Mumbo, please stop spamming the chat.
So Falcon's now, after doing that check, instantly going into the field here. Let's see which route he takes.
Yeah. I didn't see the hint that Purple got from his Gossip Stone. But we're going to see Falcon check it in a second. Anyway, I was too busy getting all my stuff ready on stream.
Yeah, it's so blurry on my end that I couldn't read it.
Yeah. The usual problem.
Discord is great at that, but it's pretty low quality.
Yeah. I mean, I have it set to 720p, but I guess in these days, 720p isn't that high a quality when you got your 1080 and your 1440.
I need my 4K.
And 4K. We got a badass over here.
Alright, let's see if
Okay, it was Pierre. So Pierre chest just has some bombs. You're decorating your Christmas tree while watching this. Nice.
Purple successfully made it over here.
Yep.
Getting these rupees and entering.
Just 40. Not riding all the way up for the last red rupee.
Yeah, they're actually surprisingly low on rupees. It's been a heart piece heavy start so far.
Yeah. I mean, it just kind of depends. Like, we've seen so many different seeds in this tournament so far. Like, the one we did yesterday that Purple was casting with me, that was like a lot of rupees right off the bat. Gold rupees straight up in Mido's house.
Yeah, a lot of the times when you get that many rupees that fast, you just go buy all your stuff and do Deku, because you know you're going to get more rupees once you go Castle Town.
Alright, looks like Purple's going to be checking his hints right off the way.
Serenade for Ocarina of Time.
Wasteland is dead. Frogs is dead. So Wasteland is dead, and I think that was Hammer Chest in Valley had the big Goron sword.
Valley Hammer Chest was a big Goron. I mean, that's good to know.
I don't even know how to mark it on this tracker.
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
But it's something that, if they know, you might as well go grab it while you pass by with Big Goron's strength.
Big Goron is a strength? Ooh.
Yes. That could be first logical strength, or maybe it's strength 2. It's always interesting to see the always hints, like having items that people have to work their way around.
Yeah. And since Ocarina of Time it teaches a Baron song in the seed, it's It's a guaranteed to be not all dungeons, unless of course they do have to like go out of their way to get like checks. Like yesterday we saw all the dungeon. I mean, it was AD after all, but I mean, in the end, all their stone dungeons had important items, so they had to go to every dungeon
Yeah,
regardless.
and a lot of the times that happens because just the progression of the speed needs you to get those items to finish your 80 dungeons. So then, oh, now I can just do the rest of them.
Yeah. I didn't even see what medallion they started off with.
Was it lights?
It might have been. We're gonna find out when they go to Temple of Time anyway, so. So anyway, pretty decent item or hints so far. I mean, having Wasteland being dead, hinted dead, Pierre Hip Chest being hinted dead. I mean, Hammer Chest and Valley means they might have to backtrack one less place. It was light? Okay. It's
Yeah, honestly, I think getting all these sometimes and always hints is better at the start because you almost don't need to know some of your way of the heroes until later. And so if they pick them up in all these later grottos when they start progressing, they'll have a much better feel of what they're supposed to be doing.
the first song being Saria's song makes it easy for going to Lost Woods. Really easy access into to, you know, do Skull Kid if you need to. Looks like Purple's headed straight to... Oh, he's going to Lon Lon Ranch.
Yeah.
Just finishing his 3 song. I was like, it looked like he was going to Valley, and then I looked at the mini-map, and I was like, oh wait, no, that's just Lon Lon.
All these songs out of the way.
I was like,
Not
why
very
is he
many
deviating?
So they're hoping to find something as they get all these songs here. Otherwise, they may just go to adult with nothing.
Yeah. Alright, well, hopefully Talon will be benevolent, and give them something nice. And if not, I mean, they could get some nice songs. Not having access to Serenade during the seed kind of makes like Hylia or even like becoming adult a pain. So Prelude early would be nice. Can I make Cole a bit louder? Yeah, Cole's got a weird microphone going on tonight too.
You're a weird microphone tonight.
Okay, there we go. I turned Cole up a little bit on Discord and OBS, so hopefully he sounds okay now.
Let's see what song we get here.
Alright, second song we got... Oh, Zelda's Lullaby. That's nice.
Well, I mean, we were gonna find it eventually.
Yeah.
Opens up a bunch now. We just gotta get some items.
Yeah. With Saria's song and Zelda's Lullaby, it lets them clear out all the Saria's checks that they need to do. I mean, obviously, Frogs is dead, but, I mean, they can do Lost Woods, they can do Goron City now as well.
I mean, a lot of the times when you get so many items or songs early, you gotta check those obscure checks, because a lot of the times, that's the reason you get them so early.
Yeah.
And people get punished by stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we saw yesterday with, you know, all the early Shadow Temple items being, like, right off the bat. And, I mean, Magic was really early, too. But, you know, didn't
like,
go into Deku Tree for the item, so didn't get Magic.
Yeah. Or they literally, first thing as adult, could have just warped Shadow Temple, got the items.
Yep. So, Purplerupees peeking through the wood. We got first bow in Lon Lon Ranch.
So, there's an item.
Yeah, an early bow is real nice. Been seeing early bow in a lot of seeds lately.
I mean, there are 3 of them.
Yeah, that's very true. I think I'd rather see an early hook shot than an early bow, but I mean, early bow is like a pretty second. Gets those eye switches.
Yeah, you can actually hit those eye switches instead of forget the chest.
Since they got the bigger on hint real early, I mean obviously they probably won't, or they might not need strength too. But so it could be an unnecessary strength. But we could be seeing an early adult trade quest item. And then they can just easily go up.
yeah.
I mean, obviously they want claim check. I think claim check is, of course, the best item. I mean, eye drops aren't that bad as well, because you just run up and give the eye drops to Big Goron, but...
So, both runners, very similar route here. They're now just going the Deku Tree.
Yeah. If they keep going the same way
Ice Cavern Way of the Hero.
If they keep going the same route and keep finding the same items, their routes could be pretty much the same for a long time. Up until, you know, it reaches a point where they need to do a coin toss on where to go, and I think then it's just whoever wants to go wherever first.
Yep. It's pretty standard route, especially when you have, like, no items, up until you get your final song as child, and then you have a choice. Do I do more child checks, or do I just do adult checks? And that's where we may see a split in the route, depending on what we get here.
So we got 50 skulls dead, so early we know 50's dead, 30's dead. We're still looking for that 40 skull hint. And the skull mask, but those are the only two always hints left needed. Still haven't found, I mean, only one way of the hero and none of the Baron hints, so that's, I think it's been a long time since I've seen a seed where you haven't gotten any of those. 40 is going to be the other strength. Could be.
It's either a good thing or a bad thing. We haven't got those.
Having to collect 40 skulls is always terrible.
But like, I could see start getting like all these Way of the Hero hints that are like, oh yeah, did you know that Lon Lon Ranch is Way of the Hero? And we're like, yeah, no duh. I mean, yeah, those are the worst hints to get.
Alright, early Lens of Truth in Deku Tree. Doesn't do a whole lot without magic.
I don't know, I have a feeling we're crossing the wasteland.
Or we could do Lens Game. But again, without magic, it's a little useless. Up until they get magic, it's just, you know, used for frying ants on a sunny day. So, Ice Cavern being Way of the Hero. It's probably, I mean, I think every seed we've seen Way of the Hero, Ice Cavern, it's been the song. I think maybe one seed there's been like an item inside Ice Cavern, but only when it's not hinted.
I mean, there's only so many songs that can be what we have. Get that hot sun song, Ice Cavern. That one check.
Sun Song Ice Cavern for Din's Fire. Sun Song Grave. No, Purplerupees opens up an ice trap. Falcon's gonna be running into it eventually, as is the progression of Deku Tree. Purple just a little bit ahead of Falcon too, but I mean, it's just because Purplerupees never did the Kokiri sword check.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that he hasn't done, so Falcon's not too far behind. You know, like, even considering that.
Yeah. I mean, I think... Ooh, there's the other strength.
Oh.
Well, I mean, there could still be a strength on 40 skulls.
I'm thinking that they're gonna have to find that
flame check or something somewhere.
Yeah.
Spirit Temple.
I mean, when they go to Spirit Temple, we're gonna immediately find out whether or not they need to go to Spirit Temple. And I mean, if they find an early Mirror Shield... Sorry, the Temple of Time, I think. I think I said Spirit Temple the first time. When they go to Temple of Time, we're gonna know if they need to go to Spirit Temple or not. But yeah, the strength there early kind of gives them a lot of options. I mean, one hook shot away and we can do Forest. As exciting as that sounds.
Did you hear the Forest Temple's the new Shadow Temple?
Ooh, Falcon missing B1 skip. Purplerupees had a very fast B1 skip.
Yeah, he did. I was like, oh, he's already through with that.
Can we go Forest next? I mean, they need to find a hook shot first.
There's nothing worse than getting stuck on B1.
Yeah. In a rando that we did last week, I got stuck on B1 for like 5 minutes.
So they can do a little bit of DC as adult. They still need some explosive.
Yeah. Ooh, and luckily, Deku Tree was a medallion, so strength and a medallion, we're just paying off. Alright, so Purple's probably going to go through Lost Woods. Can't really do a whole lot. Might go grab his song and the Deku, the business salesman, plus the hint.
Yeah,
Might do it on his way out, too.
Yeah, this is where that route starts to vary after he grabs the song. Will he instantly go adult, or will he keep doing some checks?
So, a little bittersweet there from Purplerupees. Furor's Wind is on 40 skulls. Useful item.
That kinda sucks.
Yeah, useful item, but not worth 40 skulls. So, no Pharaoh's Wind kinda does suck a lot, but you know, it's better than collecting 40 skulls.
That's one of those items that could turn the tide of the rando, where if somebody like finds light arrows, the other person doesn't, and they have to detour back to get them and go all the way back to the castle, or the other person doesn't.
Yeah. Leaving Furor's Wind in GTG has been a pretty powerful play, or like top of Fire Temple as well. There's a lot of places that you could leave it. But not today. So I guess that's gonna also really affect their routing. If they do need to double dip some dungeons or whatever, we're gonna be seeing who has the better plays on, you know, where to go. Because without Furor's Wind, I'm sure some people would rather not go into some dungeons until they could at least full clear them. Because like going
you
along,
you kind of have to commit.
yeah, going a long way in Shadow Temple, Fire Temple, I mean Forest Temple, you can fully clear anyway, but going a long way without able to like fully complete the dungeons really sucks if you plan on leaving halfway through without Furor's Wind. And yeah, Snopey, they've both been doing the exact same things. I think both of them.
That's kind of why Season 4 has become a thing now, where they wanted to vary this route.
Yeah.
There's a very strong route.
Alright, okay, I'll be right back, Cole.
Alright, so we've got Prelude from Staria's song. I missed that. It's on my blurry screen. Let's check all these hints. Sacred Forest Meadow. Very interesting, because we know it's not Prelude. That was a sometimes hint that I couldn't see. But okay, it was Lake Hylia.
So we can see now, Purplerupees may detour to go check the lake. Just because of that way of the hero, or he may just go adult. An adult may be a good play, as we know Sacred Forest Meadow is way of the hero.
Okay,
We can get that
I'm
song
back.
we have started.
Okay, what were the hints that I missed?
Hylia, way of the hero.
Okay.
Sacred Forest Meadow, way of the
Ooh.
and sometimes hint that was too blurry for me to read.
Oh, okay. Well,
Which
it
is
looks
the
like I'm about
last
to
one
find
coming
out.
up.
Sacred Forest, and the other one.
This one, read this one.
Sunken Silver Rupees, so Toilet's dead.
Oh god.
Okay, well, that's nice. So, Sacred Forest Meadow, we got Prelude. Yeah, we already knew Pierre was dead. Lol away. Was that the
So
second hint by the scrub?
yeah, it's by the scrub over here, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, we get the tunic here from Saria Song's Skull Kid.
Yeah. So, looks like I mean, there could still be a wallet in a logical place. Looks like Purplerupees is going to do the one thing that Falcon did early at the beginning. So after he gets
So
this
they're
chest,
gonna be like caught up after this.
I imagine they're both gonna prelude like immediately. Yep. So there's Falcon's prelude, and then Purplerupees, he's gonna be doing his prelude. So
There. We're synced,
yeah,
boys.
they're basically exactly tied. Now it just depends on who goes adult and who doesn't. Looks like Purplerupees is going adult and Falcon isn't. So just like we predicted, their routes are gonna split here. I guess Falcon's gonna be checking his slingshot game. Wow, thank you for the Prime sub, Arizona Cat. Subscribe! So, I really like Purplerupees play. I probably would have gone adult here as well. But then again, I probably would have done Slingshot game on my first trip to CAC. I guess you don't really want to do it when it's night. But I mean, just grab your red rupees. Oh, we got Jabu. Forest. Shadow. And I didn't see what...
Water was the first.
Water was the first one?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
It looks like it just did that slingshot game and he's going adult.
Oh yeah, okay. Makes sense.
I mean,
Shadow.
we have big highlights. They could have done that. Couldn't like get the boon or anything yet.
Sorry, Cole,
so
we
there
just
was
like
no
we didn't
reason
hear
for
any of
their
that.
child.
You'll want to repeat yourself there, Cole.
Oh, what happened?
Your microphone, like, I don't know if you're leaning away from your microphone, but it like becomes impossible to like hear anything you're saying.
So, like, there were a few more options that they could have done,
Yeah.
but I think, yeah, adult is the way. Like, they had child fishing, which is the way of the hero. They could have seen what was under the water in Lake Hylia also,
Yeah.
but they don't have the beans or access to them. So it was almost a waste to go there as child anyways,
Yeah.
unless they're gonna plant that bean.
Like, it's really nice to be prepared, but when it's not in logic, then, I mean, you can always go back. And I mean, not having Dodongo in their list of dungeons that they need to do kind of sucks, because there's so many free checks in there. But without a bomb bag, it's like, you know, you're not in a rush to go there anyway.
Yeah.
But I
There's
mean,
just some good check, but
it is in logic
There
to
may
do
be
a
better
bunch of
ones.
stuff in there with strength. Ooh.
markets.
Alright,
So,
well,
that is a punishment for Falcon.
yeah. Falcon's gonna see that and be like, ah. I
And
mean,
that's
I
why
guess.
he loves his Barrington.
Yeah. Yeah, meanwhile, Purple doesn't have to go back and do his slingshot game now because he knows it's dead. Mark it dead is really nice too, because it means you don't have to go back for bomb chew bowling, which is what a lot of people seem to forget. Ooh, there's a Din's Fire. Shocker that we actually found Din's Fire right away on a seed instead of it being the last item that
So
anyone
there's some
picks up.
bomb chews up here.
Oh, there's magic!
Oh, magic!
Din's Fire and magic just given right back to back.
Maybe that wasteland play isn't so crazy now. Still got to get away over there though.
Well, Wasteland's dead.
Well, I mean crossing the wasteland.
Crossing the Wasteland, yeah. Yeah, Purple trying real hard to find those bomb chews or get those bomb chews.
I would too. Those are very good.
Yeah. How many bomb chews? Who knows? We'll find out when he pauses. Alright, we got a Sun Song. So Purple's going to be able to go into Graveyard with Sun Song, and Falcon will have to go back.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But no meme Ice Cavern Sunsong Way of the Hero, boys. Time to F in the chat.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Falcon, he's going as fast as he can into the Composer Brothers' grave. With early Dins and Magic and ZL, you can just clear out the whole thing like right away.
Oh, and they got bow, so they can do archery games. So like, this is a very nice hack that they're doing just all in one trip here.
Yeah, nice cack. Okay, what's Purple gonna get from his game? Just a heart piece. Meanwhile, we got a heart piece on Falcon's side as well from Composer.
Now they're healthy boys. 26 minutes in, they've got 7 hearts.
No. I think we've only seen like one match in the tournament where like the runners were like an hour and a half into the seed, or like 2 hours into the seed, and they only had like 6 hearts. Bolero's a pretty good warp song to get first. It's going to immediately lead to another song. Gives access to Goron City, Fire Temple, and Death Mountain Crater. And then Falcon's probably going to go check what's in his box. We're going to see Dampe. I'm not used to being able to like see everything at the same time. It's nice. That looks like a mirror. No, that's a recovery heart.
Yeah.
I thought it was a mirror shield at first, but I was like, oh wait, no. No, it's a heart. As it spun, it got clearer. Alright, so now we're going to have double Dampe going on. So, Shadow Temple. All they need is Nocturne. I guess they need Hover Boots too. Hover Boots and Nocturne.
So much for Shadow. Just to get in.
Yeah. What else can they do? Jabu, we don't have Letter, we don't have Boomerang, so we need to find all that stuff.
Yeah, Forest seems like the option that's probably gonna be first.
Falcon 8 seconds ahead confirmed. Yeah. Well, Falcon also hasn't been to the windmill yet. Falcon finishes with a 52 on the race. Purple finishes with a 49. Double heart pieces
Healthy
from Dampe.
boys.
Yeah, really healthy boys. I'd probably pick up that heart piece on the ground too, to be honest. That's exactly what Purple does. Falcon chooses to just pass it by though. He says, nah, I don't need to be living.
Already have so many at this point.
Yeah. You can afford to leave some be. Yeah, no dead boys on this run. Hopefully. I mean, you never know. The Iron Knuckles have been very cruel. Alright, Falcon wants those bomb chews as well. Makes sense. They're like the only source of explosives. And we're gonna see what's in the Sun Song grave. Ooh, and it's a 10-pack too.
Hopefully they get put to good use.
I hope so. I mean, honestly, I would probably just spend them right in, take them right to, Dodongos.
I would too at this point, just head right up there, do it, because you don't have very many items. You might as well clear that out looking for items.
Yeah. And I mean, you don't even have to use the bomb shoes. You can always just use your bomb flowers and strength for as long as you need, and then
Oh
if
yeah, you
you
just need the
decide
two.
to go to the
Or
end, then you can use bomb shoes on the eyes. Right, Falcon backtracking into the graveyard now that he got the Sun Song. Feels bad to come back here for this, but oh well. Purplerupees killing all the Keys and then using Din's Fire. A nice little cutscene overlap. I think we saw Falcon. I think he tried to kill the Keys with Din's Fire, but
yeah, they just
unfortunately,
get stronger.
yeah, Din's Fire doesn't actually kill the Keys. It just lights them on fire, turning them into fire Keys. Thank goodness there's no way to make ice Keys. Actually, I think if they... I don't know if they fly through blue fire if they become ice Keys. I don't think so. Anyway, now that Purple's done all his stuff, he's immediately going to Bolero to see what his song is.
Yep. That's a good play. He did cack really well.
Yeah. There's not a lot else he can do, though. I mean, he could dip into...
He could just roll off the edge.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was checking there. Ooh, another warp song. So we got Requiem, so it looks like we don't have to cross the desert after all.
Dang.
But
Maybe it is Lynn's game.
yeah, but it's
The market
another,
is dead.
Yeah. But Requiem, at least it's another song, it's another hint. And I mean, if this leads to Minuet, then they could be finding out what their Sacred
Way of the
Forest
Hero.
Meadow Way of the Hero is. Because with Bomb Chews, they can get into that grotto now too. Right? Hey, it was Minuet. Look at that. Purple's just doing Purple's just doing the full song like tour bus. Right? Falcon's got another empty bottle. Still no letter. That looks like some arrows on top of the Colossus arch. Another Sacred Forest Meadow Way of the Hero hint. Since I'm in Colossus, I might have actually gone and checked the fairy fountain while I was over there too. I mean, I guess there's no reason, but... Ooh, we got a Pona's song from Minuet.
So, I guess that might be Way of the Hero there. They go to do archery or something.
Yeah, it's very true.
Horseback. Or they've got bottles that can be proposed. Oh, but that's market, never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably to go to GTG or horseback archery.
Yeah. So, their first hook shot could be over there. First hook shot on horseback archery. Looks like Purplerupees is gonna come check the grotto over here. Makes sense. Clear your way to the heroes.
You gotta get it. He's hoping that Opona's is not the Way of the Hero hint here.
No. If Opona's song was the Way of the Hero, I think I would immediately just leave and go to
because
the
it's
desert.
been in logic to go over there for a while since they had Sarias.
Yeah. Alright, just the blue rupees.
Yep.
So Sacred Forest Meadow, Epona's song was our Way of the Hero. So their first hook shot is probably going to be over somewhere in the valley. Or a long shot. Since they do need Water Temple.
It's gonna be prescription to get strength, to then go to Spirit Temple to get their hook shot.
But, I mean, Purple knows Reverse Wasteland anyway, so it was never a super big issue. It's like Falcon, instead of playing his Bolero, is choosing just to go straight into Dodongos.
Yep,
So-
so he took that other path that we said that was an option, going to DC right away. Cack.
Purple doing his Lost Wood Grottos now, he's gonna get a bunch of hints. And
Yep, like that one.
yeah, Hyrule Field being Way of the Hero is kind of big. Because now he knows to check his bomb shoes to check the rest of his grottos in Hyrule Field.
And then on his way to go maybe over to Buddha's Fortress.
Yeah.
That
There
would
was-
be a good plan.
There was nothing in an open grotto, right? I'm pretty sure there
No.
wasn't. Yeah. So we still have 4 grottos left to check. We got the hidden grotto, the 2 boulder grottos, and then Tektite grotto.
Well, maybe we'll get one of those meme seeds of Tektite Grotto, and nobody can find a way to get it.
It's like Purplerupees gonna be save scumming his bomb chews for the boulder maze. Losing a lot of health in the meantime. But, I mean, 2 checks and a stone. It would really suck if he got an item he wanted to keep here. He's thinking about it. Okay, he's gonna keep it.
I mean, now he knows that we weren't supposed to do Deku until we had bombs.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a very
Unless
good
there's another
point.
swing.
Yeah. So bomb bag has to be somewhere accessible. Oh, well, it's right there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so first bomb bag in
Oh.
DC.
So yeah, that was a really good play for Falcon there.
Oh, he just reset? Well, he reset to get back to Temple of Time. So yeah, coming into DC was... Oh, he denied the slingshot? Oh, I guess he just wanted to check his, or keep his bonk shoes in. I saw him play Prelude, but I didn't see him reset. But yeah, finding bomb bag in DC is pretty huge for Falcon. So not sure. Purple might be actually just saving or save warping here just to go do his Child Goron City stuff.
Yeah, he might. Not
Hopefully he
sure where
makes
else he would be going other than Lake Hylia, but that's such a long way away.
Yeah, go. If he reset, like I said, the moment he reset, he would have lost his slingshot. The slingshot isn't really useful for anything other than Child Spirit, but if you have Bomb Choose or Boomerang, you can do it as well.
Slingshot minigame.
Could be slingshot minigame.
Imagine if he gets punished for not keeping that slingshot, and he
Yeah.
doesn't go back for it later.
Yeah, we don't know anything about Lost Woods, so he's
checked the
he's
sword
already done
chest.
sword chest. Go. He did sword chest after he went to get his song from Saria. Alright, so Falcon opening up the shortcut in DC.
So it looks like Purplerupees is heading right over to the Lake Hylia here, but he's getting this grotto here,
Yeah.
hoping that it's an item on his way.
Ooh, I thought Falcon's bomb was gonna blow up before he got the wall. Falcon's
So,
found a
'cause
lot of
if-
heart pieces in Dodongos. I think that's his 4th heart piece now he's found in Dodongos.
A nice Hyrule Field hints in Hyrule Field.
Yeah. Ooh, there's
And
the
there
letter.
is the letter! Literally, the Gossip Stone was just like, item ahead.
Yeah. So with Ice Cavern being Way of the Hero and Ruto's letter as a find, I think I wouldn't be shocked if he goes to Zora's River with one of his bomb chews.
Yeah.
Go up Zora's River, quickly do the checks, and I would just like rush Ice Cavern. I mean, obviously, I think I would want to do some other stuff. You know, while you're child, may as well just keep doing child stuff. But when you go adult, like, at least turn in the letter before you go back adult. Alright, we got another wallet.
Oh, that could be it too.
We have seen wallet shenanigans for Zora Tunic. So I'll put it on the tracker for now.
But yeah, we for sure know that Rudo's letter is an item needed.
Oh,
But
there's the
is
other
it one-
wallet.
Yeah. Water is required, so
Yeah.
Zora Tunic shenanigans.
I mean, doing the push block room without bombs isn't super terrible, but it is like twice as long. Don't forget to unmark it. Oh yeah. Not sure what purple's doing. Oh, I think he was. Oh, is he? Oh, please don't tell me he's hunting rupees.
I think for fishing.
Yeah, for child fishing. Just not like this. He doesn't want to
Yeah,
use
because
one
he
of his
hasn't
bomb
found
shoes.
that bomb bag. He's really hoping that fishing has his item.
Yeah. Yeah, finding the early bomb bag. I mean, I can't imagine Falcon doesn't play his songs. 1 rupee. Still needs just 1 rupee. And nothing's dropping. Okay, there it is.
There we go.
There we go. All night farming money. Alright, Falcon's headed back to CAC. What do we have down there? I'm not sure what that was. It looked like a gold rupee.
I think it was, but I have 2-bit rate.
Alright, so Falcon buying a shield now that he's done Dodongos. And now he's choosing to run all the way up. I mean, makes sense if you want to go to Goron City. Check your Death Mountain Trail stuff. Alright, so Purple needs to get pretty lucky with his fishing here to put him in a good spot. If he decides not to go to Dodongos right away, then that's pretty huge. If he does eventually manage to sniff out that he needs to go to Dodongos, I think it'll put him in a decent spot, but... Ooh, those are hover boots. Hover boots on top of Death Mountain, or Dodongo's
Just
Cavern.
need that song now.
Yeah, Nocturne is the only thing. And Nocturne could very well be the item in Ice Cavern.
Yes, it can. Especially now where we know Rudo's letter is. It's in Logic.
How did no one
the
grab
Ice
those
Cavern's
yet?
in Logic.
Well, Purplerupees hasn't been to Death Mountain Trail yet, and... Oh...
Oh! that could be the way of the hero.
Oh, that's not good. So Purplerupees hadn't been to Lake or Death Mountain Trail yet, and Falcon went straight into Dodongos without looking at what the item was. I don't even know where that is on the tracker. Oh, here it is.
I think you just click.
Falcon has fanfares and music randomized, yes. I mean, this seed isn't that bad. Come on, look at all the items that they've been given right away.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that, like, if they bind the two of them, we know basically where they need to go next. They just need to both get the items to progress from there.
Yeah, that was a nice snipe.
Like,
from
Rudo's
Falcon.
letter is in Logic now, because Falcon's got bombs, and so he could go turn it in, go do Ice Cavern.
Yeah.
And that could be Nocturne, which is where he needed to go.
Falcon still hasn't done his songs yet, though, so he doesn't know that Hyrule Field is Way of the Hero, but
Yeah,
I imagine it's only a matter of time before he finds it. Unless, of course, he decides not to check the Gossip Stone, which would be a terrible throw, but... As much as we want to see Purple go to Ice Cavern, or to go to Adult to go grab his bomb bag, I think doing the rest of his field check over here, and then going...
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is opponent required to do, like, the whole trade quest in time?
Yeah.
So, is that why Epona's Way of the Hero? Is to
do this entire trade quest with the prescription?
It could be. Yeah, because without Epona, you can't get the eyeball frog to the lab fast enough. Oh, dude, Epona's
Oh my!
Epona's oh god, Epona's song being in Logic to to get the prescription to Bigoron, like, oh my, oh, that's just terrible.
Jesus. Dude, imagine if that's all there is from Lake Hylia too. It's just prescription, and then the other hint's Epona.
See, the thing with that is that they don't need to go to Spirit Temple for one of their medallions, so
But it
it's...
literally could just be an item there, or an item in GTG they need. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
dude, this is so scuffed.
I mean, we're gonna find out, like, we still have one way of the hero we're looking for, so I mean, they could find a Spirit Temple as way of the hero. Oh, it looks like Falcon is going to check the Fairy Fountain first. I mean, it's 2 hints, and it is like a long, long time running around. 2 minutes can put you back a long way in a rando, especially early on. I mean, having Prelude doesn't mess with their time of day so much, but it is kind of a thing. Alright, Fairy Fountain had nothing, so Falcon's gonna go grab his next song, and I'm sure he'll be checking the hint, which I think was the Hyrule Field hint.
Yes. Yeah, and the other Hyrule Field hint is in the grotto where the item is.
Unless the Hyrule Field
Wait, no,
hint was one of the
this...
grottos in Lost Woods.
Actually, I think this hit was Sacred Forest Meadow.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, whoa, there's strength
wait,
too!
What?
What?
Dang!
Okay, well, I guess...
Well, it still could be. It still could be.
Yeah.
Just not as likely.
What a seed, dude, like... There's our second
Imagine
ice cavern hint.
or imagine light arrows being on strength 3. And you have to do all that stuff. And they're all confused on why Epona and Prescription are way of the hero, the entire seed.
I find it really funny that they got a hint for strength at the beginning of the seed, and they were like, oh, there's strength. And then they found both of the other strengths since then.
Alright, well, I guess wallets are dead.
Yeah, so that wallet is not a way of the hero since they found an accessible wallet. Still out of logic for purple, but we know where the bomb bag is,
logic.
so... Yeah. So... Looks like way of the hero was Hyrule, or letter. That looks like another bomb bag. I think that's another bomb bag on top of Death Mountain Crater.
I see Pixel.
Yeah, there's a second bomb bag. So Falcon's up 2 bomb bags to Purplerupees, 0 bomb bags. Way too personalized of a seed. I mean, I'm not sniping people's rando personalities, if you know what I'm saying.
You mean this isn't a Plando?
I swear I haven't made a single Plando. That looked like a blue rupee on Falcon's side there. Ooh.
Oh, that's a good hint.
That was a really good hint. So Zora's Fountain is barren. A nice hint when they have to go to Ice Cavern and Jabu. I mean, it's only like 3 checks, but it means they need Iron Boots 1 check, not as early. Oh, and Forest Temple is barren.
Oh.
And there's the Mirror Shield. So we've got a barren Medallion forest. I think I would rather have a barren stone forest, to be honest. But Oh, there's our second Lake Hylia. We have two Way of the Hero hints for all our locations except for Field so far.
No, we got both from field.
Oh, we got two?
Yeah, because there was one somewhere, and then the other field was in the grotto where Rudo's letter was.
Oh, okay. So, we've got two of each of the Way of the Hero locations. All we need is one more.
I just forget where the other field one was.
What does Falcon need to finish? He still needs a lot of items to finish. We still need to find Hookshot. We still need to find Boomerang. We still need to find Iron Boots. We got another hint coming. Oh, Skull Kid grants Goron Tunic. We already got that hint. And both of them have their Goron Tunic from him anyway. Alright, looks like Purplerupees. Team never buy a shield. Doesn't get punished.
Yeah, we may need that strength 3 for light arrows, boys.
Yeah.
Or just any item. Like, I guess it could just be their first logical hookshot.
First logical Hookshot on Yeet Rock. I mean, it's
Yeah.
in logic to be
It
their
is.
first hookshot. Alright, so Falcon's done his song tour. He's done a bunch of stuff along the way as well, but they're both pretty much in the same spot. The only difference is Purple still doesn't have a bomb bag. And he hasn't done Crater as well. But he has turned in his letter, so that'll be one step further. And he's adult now, so I imagine he'll be going to CAC soon. If he doesn't go to CAC, he'll be going to Ice Cavern.
Yeah, he opened everything up to go do Ice Cavern right now. Which is a Way of the Hero location. The other places is just like go up Death Mountain Trail, but he doesn't know that necessarily there's stuff there.
Green scale. It's what's in the middle that matters. It's a blue scale, or the Zora scale is just a blue scale, but the blue outside and the gold inside combined together makes a green. It's colors, man. It's colors.
It looks like he is gonna go head to Ice Cavern. He wants that Way of the Hero item that he can get.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Nocturne at this point.
Yes. And so he's not gonna have much to do with that until he goes finds Hovers.
And I mean, I think it pretty much has to, unless it storms, because we know that Serenade is on Ocarina of Time. And the only other two checks they haven't done is Prelude and Serenade. Oh, and I guess Burning Cack. They haven't done Burning Cack either. So it's either Nocturne or Song of Storms, but I don't think Song of Storms really gives them anything. I mean, it means something's in the well, probably, but... Or it could be in Kokiri Forest or Death Mountain Trail still. Both of them have had decent items on them. I'm not sure what Falcon's doing here. Oh, he's collecting this skull. This is a kind of an out-of-the-way skull, if you ask me, though. Collecting it without the hook shot, like baller. Alright. So Purple is probably gonna... I don't know if he'll check both hints, but I imagine he'll check at least the one hint, since he's still missing a couple things. Okay, so he knows that Forest Temple is foolish now. Not that that really helps. Yeah, out of the way
This means
skulls.
you don't have to go in there until you need to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, without any hook shot, they can't get in there anyway, so... Purple getting trolled a little bit by the iceberg. Looks like Falcon's probably going to be doing his, I was going to say Poe, but he knows that Market's Baron.
He's
Oh, yeah.
checking the field grottos.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully he'll go find that, Ruto's letter.
Yeah, we'll also probably be able to see what's in Tektite Grotto as well, because we never saw... We've seen Purple do all the grottos except for that one. Alright, is Falcon gonna continue his tour? I'm sure he will with full bomb bag. He's gotta... Doing Tektite Grotto check is like, it's information because you know you have a way of the hero, but going in without the intention of being able to grab whatever item it is kind of sucks. Now, if it was something like Iron Boots, that would be funny. Maybe? Nope, just a heart piece. Alright, well, it looks like the only way of the hero item in field is the prescription. Or, I mean, the letter. I was looking at the wrong row there.
I'm still waiting for that only way of the hero to be prescription for Lake Hylia.
I mean, we still know that Epona's way of the hero. I think it could, yeah, I think honestly it's just to get into Gerudo.
Yeah.
But what a meme it
you
would be.
dream.
What a meme it would be if they needed that strength 3 in order to get some item behind the rock in outside Ganon's castle. Yeah. I mean, if Nocturne is in Water Temple, I wouldn't be surprised if I mean, I was gonna say I wouldn't be surprised if Purple doesn't go play the song, but he doesn't have hover boots. Right? He's got his letter too now.
Scale. I mean, it could still be a way of the hero item. GDO?
Yep.
He got,
was,
Purplerupees got scale.
Yeah, I marked it on his tracker. I was just trying to find it on the item tracker to throw it under the thing. I mean, I can't really see what they would need scale for.
It's only for, like, dive game to get, like, iron boots or something, but,
Yeah.
I mean...
Like, we haven't seen dive game, obviously, so, I mean... Falcon doesn't have enough rupees to check the scrub. Scrub told him, get out of here, cheapo. Alright, got another slingshot. So, Purple's gonna be picking that one up. He passed on a slingshot before, he's got one now. Yeah, very good call on the scum save. We're gonna be loading up on one more blue fire. We're gonna see if there's any other item that comes out of here.
Falcon runs
Both
to Lake Hylia
scales!
and realizes that he has nothing to do here as adult and turns away.
Dude, both scales were in Ice Cavern. Like, hello?
Honestly, that could just be the way of the hero. The song is useless.
Yeah, like, now they can go do Dive Grotto in Lake Hylia, and maybe they'll get a better item than the prescription. It's gotta be for Lake. It has to be. With those scales, I wouldn't be shocked if this was Storms in here now. Unless those scales are just 100% bait, but I mean, in a way, the hero
This
location.
would be good bait.
Yeah, I'd be going straight to Lake Hylia. Alright, it looks like Falcon's
But
headed
yeah,
on over here.
both those scales, both players know how to do like gold scale water temple, so they may even not need to look for iron boots.
Yeah. Ooh, that's true. But, I mean, they still don't have a hook shot.
I'm just talking about later.
Yeah. Falcon doing the one play we all thought would be necessary. He's coming to check and see whether or not he gets some arrows or something on Gerudo archery. Still looking for the last way of the hero. I'm surprised he didn't check and see what was in the box. But, I mean, when you're coming here to do these checks, I guess he can just do it on his way out. Falcon will do hook shotless GTG. Without strength 2, I mean, I guess he doesn't know that there's another strength accessible to him.
He knows where strength 2 is.
Yeah, he knows where a strength 2 is. But, yeah, we'll see. He for sure isn't going into the desert, so this is... I think this is 100% just for archery. Does that even work with the bow? He got in the corner and then was like, actually, I don't think this works. Ooh, Falcon loses the battle, and he's gonna get chucked a long way out. Oh, all the way to the tent. Yeah, it's a long journey back. Alright, what's in the end of Ice Cavern here for Purplerupees?
I'm actually really interested to know.
Okay, it was Nocturne after all. So, 2 scales, a slingshot, and Nocturne. What an ice cavern.
I don't think it's that slingshot, because the slingshot was definitely earlier in Goron City.
Yeah. I think both the slingshots were like... Because the letter in the field was bomb locked. So...
Yeah.
They were like kind of on one sphere higher. So... For sure the slingshot wasn't the way of the hero. But those 2 scales...
Yeah, it's questionable.
Yeah. So, it sucks that it's a really long way back to Lake Hylia for Purplerupees, though. Not having Serenade and not having access to Serenade ever really sucks.
So, usually if there's that many items, something gets marked as double way of the hero, but not always.
Yeah.
And so you'll have 2 slots.
Alright, Purple equipping all his stuff. He's going to Graveyard. Looks like we might be seeing Dodongo's Cavern now.
That would be a good play for Purple.
Yeah. Ooh, I would have
But he's not checking the hints.
I would have checked the hint first. Alright, we get to see if we got anything on 1500 or even regular archery. Ooh,
Yeah, so
Falcon,
this is where we think Epona may have been
Falcon
needed,
not with the
so-
best aim here. He has to get 7 bullseyes. And I mean, I think there's 7 vases, so he can easily break them all, but yeah, it's not a lot of points to lead with here. All right, let's see. Oh, just barely makes it.
Saved.
And he gets a bad fanfare, so the game isn't ending right away. Alright, what do we got from archery here? Nice trap.
He's a fool.
And what else do we have? Light arrows.
Well,
Okay. So, yeah, it looks like light arrows were the reward for Epona's song.
Makes me sad. I wanted my meme prescription. to be way of the
Horseback,
hero.
horseback prescription shenanigans for strength 3 would have been real nice. Well, Go-Go, it kind of is useful because it lets them beat the game. It's not immediately useful, but you do need light arrows to beat the final boss, so kinda
And
necessary.
Good to have them now before checking Ganon and running all the way back, and because FW is 40 skull.
Yeah, outside Ganon's castle could still have an item. We're not quite out of the woods yet, but the shenanigans are much less prevalent. Take on Ganon with your bare fists. All I need is a fist and a bottle. Alright, hookshot? No. Alright, so Falcon attempting GTG without hookshot. It would be amazing if he found hookshot in the first couple rooms. The odds are against him, but could happen. What if hookshot is in the lab dive?
Yeah.
What meme would that be? I could see it. Like, I could see anything being there at this point. Like, double scale. Yeah, Lullaby was right. Yeah, Falcon like switch targeting for some reason. I don't know why, but
It's because he plays on GameCube controller.
oh yeah, and he doesn't like constantly pressing the button. That's right.
Yeah. So
I don't think
Purple
it's
gets
that
his
big of a
bomb
deal,
bag.
Yep. So it's only a matter of time before he gets his hover boots. He does have to go all the way back to Lost Woods though, which might not happen super early.
We could have a nice meme hookshot being in Shadow Temple.
Did Falcon hit the silver rupee there? I couldn't hear. Drop in frames. Uh-oh. Alright, it looks like he got the rupee.
Alright, everybody boycott GDO for dropping frames.
Yeah, but don't do that. Alright, Falcon doesn't even use the setup, just goes straight for the roll. And he's on to the second part of GTG. Unfortunately, no strength 2, so he can't push the block. Having a rough time with the Wolfos. Yeah. Like, I know a couple people who took the springs out of their controllers' shoulder buttons for playing Melee, because they didn't have to push the button down as far, or down as hard. I might have done that if I continued speedrunning Majora's Mask on a GameCube controller, but I was like, nah. N64 is the life for me.
God's intended console.
No. Yeah. All sorts of cheating going on and whatnot, you know. Alrighty. So far, Falcon not finding anything really in GTG. If Purplerupees ends up finding his hover boots real fast, and then immediately dips Shadow Temple, and starts finding items that mean he doesn't have to go to GTG, he could save a bunch of time by not coming in here. I mean, when you're looking for items, I think it's going to be really rare that you find all the items that you need without having to dip, like, a place in the game that has a billion checks in it.
Yeah. So it's interesting how Falcon got Ruto's letter and could go do Ice Cavern, but he wanted to do all this first.
I mean,
We'll see if it pays off.
I think he just mostly wanted to clear out his Epona Way of the Hero before his Ice Cavern Way of the Hero. But, I mean, while he was here, may as well just do the rest of it. Luckily, we already know that Toilet is an item and it's dead, so they won't have to go hunting for Song of Time to get it. Which we know at this point is on either Burning Cack or... Oh, whoops, I forgot to mark off Nocturne. Burning Cack or Prelude. So, if Song of Time is on Burning Cack or Prelude, that means they need to beat Water Temple without Song of Time. Which means River Chest is probably dead. Yeah, River Chest has to be dead. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Alright. We're about to see what stone Purplerupees got, because I forgot to mark it off on Falcon's tracker too. It's the Kokiri Emerald. Alright, so Purple's going to be getting his hover boots in a sec. Oh right, hover boots are on top of a Death Mountain Trail, or above Dodongo's. Honestly, I think... I know it's a big meme. I don't really know if going into Shadow Temple without hover boots is a good idea, or without, why did we do DC? Because it had Bomb Bag. I don't know if going into Shadow Temple without Hookshot is that good of an idea. Because you can go a long way in the dungeon without it, but when you reach that room that needs Hookshot to progress, it's a really long way back, especially without Farore's Wind, and that's what we were talking about earlier.
And that's the meme of the seed, where that could be the case.
Yeah.
You can't ever rule those things out, you'll just put it off until the end.
Purple not going on top of DC. Did he not see that it was hover boots?
I think he just forgot to check. Or he's gonna drop down on them because he knows they're not necessary yet.
Maybe. Ooh, there's the Mega
Oh!
Temple. Not that Fire Temple is required or anything, but it's an item. Oh,
Yeah,
Purple's
but
coming in
they
here to
get
check the hammer chest.
They can get that big Goron sword now.
Yep, so Purple's gonna check it with strength. Falcon's probably gonna go back at some point and check it with the hammer. Lift up the silver boulders. Falcon's gonna get that big sword. I mean, he could. It's literally right outside. Alright, so we got the second satchel, or the seed bag. Purple, please go back to Death Mountain Trail.
Oh no, Falcon, what are you doing?
That is 100% gonna hit that rope.
What are you doing, Falcon?
I don't know why he's crossing the desert.
It's dead. You got the hint.
Yeah, Falcon has the Wasteland Dead hint, but unless he's doing it so he can cross the Wasteland later. Oh yeah, he's doing it so he can do Reverse Wasteland.
Okay.
Just for when he finds strength too, just in case he needs to come back.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going out the way he
Thanks,
came.
Lullaby.
So I wouldn't be shocked if he was yeah, he's going to get bigger on sword.
Yep, there it is.
He wants it. And I mean, who wouldn't want it? Look how big it is.
Is
Size
he gonna
matters.
come check Valley now? Because yeah, neither of them have checked Valley.
Yeah.
Literally, we could have had a hook shot here for the past hour.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we really
Oh
could have.
baby, we got the hover boots strat.
I've actually never seen this.
And he failed it.
Yeah, he missed. Can't even get the upper waterfall, so it's a long way back. See you later, Falcon. Alright, well. I guess we'll find out what those checks are later.
It's
Unless-
not an easy trick.
Yeah,
so
unless Falcon's
don't
just
blame
gonna
him on
go
that.
back right now. I mean, it
Ooh,
would
he's
be
going
nice.
for the hints.
Oh yeah, he is going for the hints. Falcon only needs one way of the hero. Well, he still doesn't know that Fountain is barren. There's no way Purple makes this. Yeah.
He's gonna be slapped in the face with that Death Mountain Trail as way of the hero.
Alright, 50 skulls. He already knew that. Alright, Purplerupees finds his mirror shield. Doesn't matter to him. He's got Requiem. He's got Strength too. He's ready to take it on anytime. Second hint from around Lake Hylia. The other one we never saw. What is this? Oh, there is Zora's Fountain. So there was the other Baron Zora's
All
Fountain.
those were not worth it.
Yeah. Well, that one was kind of worth it to Falcon. He didn't know that yet.
Yeah, but I
So-
mean, if he was gonna have her head in the turn in the letter, you would have figured that one out.
Yeah. So he's probably gonna go do that right now, actually. He's done all his
It's
stuff.
the play for him right now with what the items he has.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if I was Purplerupees right now, I think I would be going to Shadow Temple. Like, it is a long way to go, but
Come on, Purple, make the 2000 IQ, put the pieces together. You got Eponas, you got the prescription.
oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah.
He could go to Lake and check his dive as well. That's right.
He's got a dive game. He now has bombs, so he has access to beans to go plant for 2 more checks in Lake Hylia also.
Problem with Purple is he has so much to check in like such different areas. Like he could go to horseback archery to go check out his opponent stuff. He could go to Lake Hylia to check out his dive stuff. He could go to Shadow Temple to see what's in Shadow Temple. Like the options are just
But,
like
yeah.
too numerous.
I think he should clear out Lake Hylia because he has everything to clear it out right now.
Yeah. And neither of them have checked skulls yet either, so we could be seeing 10 or 20 skulls have 10 skulls could have their first hook shot. Why not?
10 skulls has first hook shot. 20 skulls have second hook shot.
Oh, it
Boom.
looks like Purple is going into Shadow Temple after all,
Aye.
so we're gonna see if he gets punished. I mean, if Purple finds a hook shot at the beginning of Shadow Temple, then it's just like so good. It's so good. Because I know the Falcon probably won't want to go into Shadow with without a hook shot. I mean, who does really? But I think Lake was a better play. Both hook shots in Shadow. I mean, Shadow Temple could very well be their last way of the hero that we haven't found.
Falcon's buying his bean for Lake Hylia, probably.
No. Yeah, we have Shadow Temple at home. Not till later.
Yeah, the Shadow Temple at home is barren.
You know. Even better. Dude, fighting Dead Hand is just one of those things that you know you're going to be seeing every rando, but you're like never excited for it. Purple gets bitten. There, yeah, he's not making it. Not without the big Goron sword.
If only he had the big Goron.
Alright, so Falcon's got his strength 2 now. He's not going to be going for any big Goron shenanigans.
So sad. Can't wait for that big punish.
I mean, if it turns out that Big Aura or Strength 3 does hide something important for the seed, it's such a long side quest to do for one single check. Like, they both have magic, they both have light arrows, they can't get trolled by Ganon's castle. But, like, outside Ganon's castle, having that one item is just like,
Yeah, that first hook shot on strength 3. And that's gonna be their last check, nobody can figure out what it is.
What a terrible meme. It's a terrible night for a meme. Alright, so we finally have the Skull Mask hint. I think Purple might have checked that one earlier, but I missed it. So, Skull Mask is dead. We're just missing one hint now. The only hint is our last Way of the Hero.
Yeah, it's in the Storms Grottos.
Could be the other one in Zora Fountain, too. We only saw Purple check the one that was
Yeah.
closest to Ice Cavern. The Fairy Fountain one is barren. Well, not barren, but it hasn't been checked yet.
Another item that we've been looking for too is like Boomerang. Haven't seen that anywhere.
Yeah.
That's gonna be on
Boomerang
that
is
first check in Jabu.
Boomerang is one of those items that could just be anywhere. Like
Yep, it could just be in End of Water or whatever.
it could be in water, it could be in Jabu, it could be in Shadow. I mean, it could be in fire even. Like, it just can't be in Forest Temple, unfortunately. Alright, so I think at this point Purple's all in. He's going as far as he can in Shadow Temple without the hook shot. I think he's out of logic for a hook shot already with the Silver Rupees room, having to bomb jump for that one Silver Rupee. No, wait, actually, you can get up there with hover boots. They have hover boots. That's right. You can climb on, like, the little wooden block with hover boots.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. The bomb jump is out of logic, but the hover bootsing to the top of the platform isn't. It's all the little things that you never think of. Oh man, if Purple found a hook shot, like, deep in Shadow, that would just be such a disaster for Falcon. I don't think it would necessarily be, like, game-endingly bad, because, I mean, Falcon has to go to Shadow eventually. Oh my god, it's a hook shot! I was literally just talking about it! That could very well be the first logical hook shot. Okay, so Purple can just finish Shadow Temple now, like...
Yep. That was the concerning thing that we thought of. It's that you had to go in.
Yeah. Like, what an absurd location for hookshot. Like, actually, I am actually appalled for for these runners. I mean, you never know. Falcon could make his
Long
way
shot
into the
on
temple
strength
eventually.
3.
Yeah, I mean, a long shot on strength 3 could be the thing, but what is OGC? Boomerang? Could be Boomerang. Boomerang, long shot. I think those are the only things that we're looking for still. Oh man, I can't believe the hookshot was in Shadow Temple. Man, what a seed, dude. The icing on the... Oh, we got ice arrows too. Nice. Way of the hero for sure. The one icing on the cake would be if outside Ganon's castle had a major item, the Epona song had to be used for the prescription. What a hilarious seed.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Falcon decided to go into Jabu. After all this talk
Yeah.
about after all this talk of going into Shadow Temple to find a hook shot, Falcon's hoping to go into Jabu to find a boomerang.
Could you imagine if the boomerang was here? And so both these dungeons, you had to just enter to find the item you need.
Dude, if we had vanilla boomerang, that would just be, oh god. That would be really bad for purple.
Because I don't think he would make that same play twice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, making the play once is like, okay, maybe. I think he might consider it, being like, okay, well, I went into a dungeon without the item to beat it, hoping to find it. So maybe it'll happen again. I think it's less far-fetched in Shadow, because obviously Shadow Temple has more items. But like going into Jabu to do a single check that takes forever. I mean, you do have to set up the dungeon anyway, because getting Ruto up to the main floor of the dungeon just takes a long time. So it's not really time lost, it's just having to go into the dungeon a second time. Big boy play gets big boy rewards, yep. Alright, the big flaming pot, skull pot, only has a recovery heart. But gotta do every check, just in case. And it's time for a skull update for purple. How many skulls is he at? He's at 6. So, 10 skulls to 6 skulls, an hour and 26 in. They're not in any big hurry for skulls, but... Oh yeah, I totally forgot about doing a prediction for this match. I think a prediction for this match would have been really nice, but now that we know what their items that they've got.
Somebody did start one.
Oh, someone did start one?
Yeah.
Okay. Can
Right,
anyone do a prediction?
I think mod scan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anyway, we have 57% Falcon to 43% Purplerupees. We got 29k going to the people who voted for Purplerupees and 39.6k going to the people who chose Falcon, so... Mod meme. I mean, Connor 75 versus General Toucans, yeah. Sub-only match. Pay-per-view. I believe it was called the Match of the Century by Connor 75. Mods can't predict. Rip.
Nope.
I guess that makes sense. Mods could just create a poll and then just kind of rig it for themselves. Alright, where's Falcon going now? Oh, he's doing more skulls.
Yeah, somebody had to select a winner, which I think mod scan, so
Yeah.
that's why. Oh, there he is. Double health.
Yep.
That was that's the way of the hero item.
Double strength is another really good item to find in here. I mean, they have enough hearts so that it doesn't really matter anymore, but... I mean, the Iron Knuckles do deal a lot of damage if they do have to go into Spirit Temple. Hey, Footy. All of them are random. I'm not... I'm not gonna be plandoing anyone. I thought about plandoing Grand Finals, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. That would just be too mean.
I mean, you're already doing these pretty well.
Yeah. There have been some pretty nasty seeds that I've rolled this tournament. I feel like they've been pretty okay lately, though. There was that one really messy logic seed that I rolled for Shake, and Pembles, but or Mooseman
Oh,
and Pembles. Sorry.
Falcon accidentally rolls into the.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna go plant his bean here, so he can get all of these checks.
No. I imagine after he's done his bean planting, he's probably gonna go to Ice Cavern. So we might be seeing Falcon. Well, I was gonna say we might be seeing Falcon get the lake lab dive sooner than Purplerupees, but I really doubt it at this point. Now that Purple has the hook shot, he kind of has free access to a lot of areas. So he might be going to Lake Hylia before going to the desert. I'm sure he's got in the back of his mind that he needs to go to archery at some point. Because, especially if he finds hookshot, he'll probably be thinking, well, longshot's probably somewhere where I can find, because he had access to this dungeon, he has full access to Spirit Temple, he has semi-access to Water Temple now, not really, because he doesn't have Iron Boots yet, but... he's going to be getting another check after this, which could have something on it. So, do you think there's any chance Purple does something unexpected after Shadow Temple? Like, where else can he go?
I still think that he totally should go child, then check his Lake Hylia, plant the bean. Well, I guess he doesn't need to now. He's got hook shot.
He's got hookshot. He doesn't need to plant the bean.
I think he heads to Lake Hylia.
Yeah, because he already knows that the dive is nothing. He's already done child fishing, so, I mean... Or has he? I'm pretty sure we saw Purple do child fishing. Oh no, we saw Falcon do child fishing, that's right.
No, Purple did child fishing, that was prescription.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
So yeah, he needs to go to adult fishing, he needs to check the top of the lab, he needs to dive in the lab.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff to do.
And then after that, he can just go do his archery. And then I imagine after that, he'll be doing his, he'll go to, what's it called? Horse archery.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, you head to Valley.
Yeah.
But he really highly is on the radar right after this with hookshot.
I mean, could do forest, but there's no reason to find forest or do forest, because not only is it barren, but it's not on any medallion that, like... It's not on any medallion that gives him anything. So... You made a meme? Where did you put it? We've been having like a meme a stream. That's a good one. You should have put a little hook shot at in the box right next to it. I think that would be a good touch. Alright, so yeah, just as expected, Falcon, he's going to Zora's River, so he's going to rush his Ice Cavern. Purple not quite timing his Bongo Bongo right, so we're going to be seeing a second bouncy castle.
Only he had ice arrows.
I would love to see one person use their ice arrows on Bongo Bongo in this tournament. Ooh, Purple almost getting knocked over, but not quite. Alright, this should be the last set of stabs. Bongo doesn't have that much health. Ice on Volvagia. Dude, ice on Bongo Bongo just looks funny though. Just ice, shoot his hand, immediately shoot his eye. I mean, I think the only person who does the quick shots against Bongo Bongo is Stiv. Because he would go like shoot left hand, shoot right hand, and then immediately shoot the eye. Like, everyone else kind of waits for him to charge in on you and then either does the bow or does a spin slash.
What do you?
Falcon's doing the
Cover
setup to
boost
run across
setup.
the waterfall.
Yeah.
Even though, like, he has ZL. Jumping into the water seems really slow, but he wants to save a couple seconds. Or practice. Right, Purplerupees finished with his medallion. And now he's going to the forest. Maybe he's just gonna go clear Forest Temple because he can. Yeah, looks like that's what he's
Makes
doing.
sense.
Use Forest Temple because he has to do it at some point. I mean, he's not gonna find anything, but
It allows him some thinking time.
yeah, he'll be able to
Maybe
think.
and get some skulls.
Yeah.
Plenty of
Skulls.
good free skulls.
Yeah, Skulls is another really good point. There are some free skulls here, and he still only has like 6 skulls.
Yeah, that's surprising that he doesn't have that many. Yeah, so that hint didn't have any useful information.
Yeah. So again, it's probably Hyrule Field Cow Grotto, Hyrule Castle Storms Grotto.
Yeah, there's just all the Storms grottos that they haven't been to.
Okay, that's a much better one, Lullaby. I'll gladly put that one on stream. That's that's good. All right, let's get our meme picture up here. There we go. It's what a horrible night to have a meme. There we go. Let's go ahead and shrink that and put it right up top, just so we can show it off. Excellent, excellent work, Lullaby. Excellent work. So anyway, this is our snack break. I mean, if you didn't see Purplerupees doing Ice Cavern, Falcon's gonna get a ton of items immediately from all this. So stay tuned for that. But we know for sure that Purplerupees is gonna be finding absolutely nothing of value for the next 10 minutes.
No,
10
we
minutes
should
is being
totally run like 10 ads right now. Make the big money.
just run a bunch of ads during Forest Temple. Because everyone loves watching ads on Twitch.
I'm pretty sure people would much rather watch ads than Forest Temple.
You know, everyone wants to see an ad for the newest season of The Boys than watch Forest Temple. The same 30-second ad, like 30 times. By the way, great show. Everyone should go watch it. The Boys, that is. I actually haven't seen any of the second season, but I thought the first season was great. I just don't have Amazon Prime Video, so I have to bum it off a friend in order to watch. Unless you do the thing where you just find stuff and happen to watch it for free.
Let's explain more into this free watching concept, GDO, as I record you.
Say that again. What you saying? So yeah, not a whole lot to talk about. So Falcon choosing not to get the seed bag. Of course, it's a seed bag for him because he got his original slingshot in Goron City, whereas Purple originally got the slingshot, was like, nah, I kind of want these bomb chews more, and then ducked out. So Falcon not having an item between his scale sandwich. Not that it's a scale sandwich, because a sandwich is usually what's on the inside and not on the outside.
GDO is a Pop-Tart sandwich.
By the definition of a sandwich, I would say a Pop-Tart isn't a sandwich. If you use 2 Pop-Tarts as pieces of bread to sandwich another item between it, I would say that would be a Pop-Tart
So if
sandwich.
I put 2 Pop-Tarts and then put a hot dog in between, is that a sandwich?
That would be a terrible, 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 terrible creation. But yes, it would be a hot dog and Pop-Tart sandwich. Yeah, you're right. Purple doesn't have magic checked off. He's had magic since the very beginning of the seed, and I just completely glossed over. I don't remember why, but thank you for noticing that. Like, I'm pretty sure he's had magic for over an hour and a half.
Yeah, because you got it in CAC.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He didn't go to CAC right away.
Well, he did a different CAC routes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right. He went to Graveyard first. That's right. Oh, wait, no. Falcon went to Graveyard first. No, because I said a sandwich isn't what's around the sandwich. It's what's in the sandwich. But, I mean, if you, like, sandwiched, like, a piece of cheese between 2 slices of ham, like, I wouldn't call it a cheese sandwich. At that point, you're just
Not.
eating, like, a cordon without the chicken.
So you're telling me there has to be some sort of bread?
Depends. I
The
mean,
definition of bread.
to sandwich an item is a verb. So, I mean, are we talking about, like, creating a verbial sandwich, or a sandwich as, like, a noun? Dude, I hate watching people fight Wolfos and not targeting them. So, like, when they go to, like, dodge the first hit, they don't turn around. I mean, if you're making a sandwich that doesn't have bread on the outside, then, I mean, yeah. You're creating something that's like,
Monstrosity of nature.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's like if you take, like, the contents of, like, a club sandwich, like, I mean, you got your turkey, you got ham, you got lettuce, tomato, whatever, but if you just wrap it in lettuce, it's not a sandwich anymore, you just call it a lettuce wrap, but then it's like
Well, what
a
if it's
turkey
not
lettuce
wrapped?
wrap, right?
I just have 2 slices of lettuce,
I still think you'd call it a lettuce wrap.
but I don't wrap it. They're just on top and on bottom.
I mean, that's
They
just
don't
what
touch.
that's just what it's called. Like,
But they don't wrap around it or touch. They're just on top and bottom.
yeah, but that's just what it's called. Like,
But it's
It's-
not
it's-
anymore. 'cause
it's
it's
not-
no longer
it's-
wrapped.
it's not true to its definition, but I think it would still be just a lettuce wrap. It's a big mess, if you ask me. If you're wrapping stuff in lettuce, but the lettuce isn't touching top and bottom, it's just falling apart in your hands, no matter what it is.
But
Oh my
not
God,
how
Falcon!
that's-
If Falcon is doing the trade quest,
Yes.
we're gonna be
He saw
seeing Strength 3.
I guess it automatically happens if you have the item, doesn't it?
What?
Or did he pull it out?
No, he pulled it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he pulled it out. So we're gonna be seeing that Strength 3 on Big Goron. So,
Dude, imagine if he gets his hook shot on it.
dude, if there is something on outside Ganon's castle, then this is like a 200 IQ play. But honestly, I really think Falcon is wasting his time with this.
If this is the required item, this could be what wins Falcon the Seed.
Yeah, it is 100% true, but yeah. Well, I mean, bread is just a component of, like, flour, right? And ramen noodles are just flour in a different form. So technically, I guess you could get away with it. I mean, there's like burger places in Korea and stuff, in Thailand, that have, like, ramen noodle replacing, like, bread. I think there's a McDonald's burger in like Thailand or something that has ramen noodle bricks as your buns. This is the kind of stuff we talk about when people do Forest Temple, alright?
Yeah, but look at this hot action going on Falcon's stream.
Yeah. I mean,
He's racing against the clock.
the memes are pretty strong in Falcon's side. I mean, while he's in Lake Hylia doing this, he can do his lab dive too, so he's kind of forcing that into his route.
Honestly, yeah, that worked really well.
Because he has to go inside the lab to deliver the eyeball frog. So, I mean, if he has lots of time on his timer, which he will, he can do the lab dive and then just give the eyeball frog to the researcher.
Alright, Brad. This is the meme that we're hoping is the case. Is that Lake Hylia, Way of the Hero, was the prescription, and you needed a Pona to go do this, and that Strength 3 gives him, like, long shot.
Yeah, Hookshot was in
Or the boomerang.
Hookshot, you know, in the room with the like guarding the door, and then there's the invisible chest? The hookshot was in the visible chest. So it was like pretty in the middle of Shadow Temple. So we're crossing our fingers that the second hookshot is... Oh, there's the last bottle. We're crossing our fingers for Falcon that there's another hookshot in outside Ganon's castle, and that doing this stupid trade quest, the full trade quest, in order to get bigger on strength is the only way to get it. Which Purplerupees will have to do eventually anyway, because Water Temple is their Way of the Hero. Well, not Way of the Hero, but they have to do the dungeon, you know. I was holding my breath thinking the researcher was going to give him an item, and I was like, oh yeah, right. That's not randomized.
He gave him it.
So now Falcon has to run all the way up. It's a shame that Falcon probably doesn't know the strat to do the crater timer scam. Oh, it was Boomerang!
Well,
I mean, I can't imagine Purplerupees waits too long to do it. Because, yeah, if Falcon knew the trick with the Tunic timer, he could just play Bolero right now. He could play Bolero right now and just run out. He might know it if he's doing adult fishing. Because there's no way Falcon makes the timer if he's doing adult fishing.
I think he's just going to reset the timer.
Oh, maybe. Well, if you reset the timer, you have to get the frog again from King Zora.
He's doing.
Yeah, Falcon needs to know the timer trick. Otherwise, he's just dead.
Unless he does, that's why he's doing that.
I mean, he better not screw it up then. Because if he screws it up, then he's kinda dead.
Even if the Strength 3 isn't required, he made the right play to head right over the Lake Hylia.
Yeah, he did. And I mean,
it was on the way, so...
I'm sure Purple will get here eventually. Like, he can't be thinking that those two scales are just worthless. Okay, there it is. So, let's hope he doesn't mess up the summit. This is one of those tricks that you'd never, like, expect to see in a rando. Except in those, like, situations. I think in the last couple seeds I've rolled, the trade quest item has been either the frog or the claim check. Or the eye drops.
It really doesn't happen very often that you do the entire time.
Alrighty here.
This is... They're hinting that this is actually...
Oh no, Falcon! Falcon messed it up! Alright, well, he's done. He's not going back for it. We were so close to outside Ganon's castle.
Dude, if that was an item that he needed for outside Ganon's castle, That's a big yikes.
Yeah, he needed to roll, and not only did he need to roll, he needed to roll in the direction of Big Goron. He just kind of ran into the middle of the summit. So it looks like he's going into Shadow Temple. He's exhausted all of his options, so he's gonna be
Yeah,
finding his hookshot eventually.
Yeah, this is the progression that we know so far, but he did get Boomerang.
Yeah.
So he has all of Shadow to do, all of Jabu to do, then he can do Forest. It's just a matter of finding that long shot.
Yeah. But I mean, all Purple has to do is just go to Lake Hylia, and he basically has the same progression. I mean,
Yep.
Falcon's already been into Jabu, and he has gotten light arrows from horseback archery. So, I mean, I think it's this whole race
It's
is
pretty
just
close.
the whole race right now is who can find the long shot faster. The fact he didn't instantly play Bolero. Oh yeah, that's right, because the timer appears right away. Okay. I didn't know that was part of the trick. So. Either way. Big F. Big F's in the chat. I think that's an OGC style zone.
It's a learning experience.
What if outside Ganon's castle has their long shot?
Oh, that's what. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Based on what they've
ever
done,
since.
but they haven't been to Spirit Temple, so.
Yeah, that's true. They haven't been to Spirit Temple. We don't know what's behind the Strength 2 block in GTG. Oh. Purple can't resist the call of Nehru's love. Link been alone in the Sacred Realm. He just needs a little love. Falcon would be so mad, yes. Alright, so we're up 4 medallions to 2. Purplerupees going back to Temple of Time. Going to get his check. What if? Uh-oh, we all know what happens when Lullaby says what if. Hookshot hammer locked? Like in Fire Temple? I mean, if Purple goes to the desert, it's only a matter of time before he goes into GTG. Like, I don't think Purple is gonna be locked out of finding the hammer at all.
So yeah, we had Falcon do that box strat you were talking about.
Yeah.
With the hover boots.
So, I mean, we have already seen what the hammer block in GTG has, and it's nothing. So, I mean, it would have to be in Fire Temple. I mean, we could be seeing another long shot in the
They haven't
Megaton
checked
Hammer
Crater
chest.
though.
We have been seeing a lot of items lately on the Megaton Hammer chest. Yeah, that's true. Because, I mean, there is a chance Purple goes straight to the desert and doesn't go to Lake Hylia, since he's coming by here. But I think we saw Falcon do the
mean,
exact same thing.
He's gotta go to Lake Hylia.
OGC stands for Outside Ganon's Castle. It's the one check behind the big black rock.
Like
Okay,
he
he is
either
going to Lake
does
Hylia, yeah.
prescription or he goes to Lake Hylia. You don't leave all those checks.
Yeah.
So
I think if Purple... I mean, Purple's going to Lake Hylia. He's going to do all of his checks, get his boomerang. I think he's still going to go to GTG before he goes back Child. Because, I mean, yeah, it lets him do another dungeon, but he still has that Eponos Way of the Hero, so he knows that something has to be over there. So, whether it's in GTG, whether it's in... I mean, it can only be GTG or Fortress. Like, if Epona's Song's Way of the Hero with Market Baron. So,
Or
go.
its prescription.
Or its prescription, yeah, that'll be funny. It's like the very like last thing I would check though. Like I wouldn't
I
be
don't even know if
surprised.
they realize it.
I wouldn't be surprised if Purplerupees last checked the Big Goron, to be honest. I mean, Longshot could even be 10 or 20 skulls. Like, neither of them have
Oh yeah,
been
neither
to
of them
CAC.
checked that.
Neither of them have been to CAC, like, and done their
That
skulls.
would just be the nail in the seed right there. Just if they could have had long shot all along.
Yeah, like, it's an Omega Bra at this point. Jabu has a long shot. If Jabu has a long shot, then I think Purplerupees can't lose this seed, to be honest. Because for sure he is going to go into Jabu before Falcon finishes Forest Temple. Falcon could check skulls. He would have to go back Child though, because he doesn't have, he won't have 20 skulls.
Go to Forest Temple.
Yeah, I mean, go to Forest, get skulls
We can
there,
have another
then check
sandwich
his
debate.
skulls. I mean, I honestly don't blame Falcon for holding off Forest if he does, because there's no need to do it, and completing it doesn't give you anything. I thought Purple was warping away for a sec. I was like, what's he doing? And then I was like, oh wait, it's Scarecrow song. Oh right, it's Scarecrow.
I said the same thing when Falcon like called Epona, and I'm like, no, don't you know warping doesn't reset the timer?
I mean, submarine sandwiches are a thing. Just because it's not a classic sandwich doesn't mean it's not a variation of a sandwich. Like, people would call hamburgers another variation of a sandwich.
You call it a sandwich if there's no sand.
Alright, so Purple gonna be getting his boomerang. We'll see what kind of play he does. The hype play would immediately be going Child just so we see what's in Jabu, but I think that would also be a dumb play. Alright, so there's the boomerang. So he's probably 100% going to the desert. Yep. Plays Requiem, and then he's like, well, I am right here. Oh, no, he is going back Child after all. I guess if he doesn't get punished, and Longshot is in Jabu, then Ganondorf will just be like, yeah, go to Fortress, and he'll immediately know to do horseback archery. Because Epona's song hasn't been used for anything yet. If Ganon said outside my castle, that would just be that would be the best. That would be the best thing.
Well, he can't because they have light arrows.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That wouldn't tell you where Longshot is. Ah, the memes, dude. The memes.
Why can't we just ask Ganon where all the items are?
Yeah. Needs to be a system like in Majora's Mask, how the gossip stones on the moon just tell you where all the masks are. Just all the sages tell you where the items are when you beat temples. One for bow, one for hookshot, one for hammer, one for dins, and one for, I don't know, mirror shield. I was like, does Falcon have no music? Oh, Falcon getting sent back a long way. Wasn't quite standing behind the fans. Have Ganon speed dial. Hey Ganon, can you tell me where all the items are so I can come kill you? Just real quick. I gotta know. Just let me know.
Yo, where's the long shot, my dude? Oh yeah, it's outside my castle.
Thanks. I'll be right up. I'm holding my breath. If no, purple doesn't have light arrows. Light arrows are in 1500 archery. He knows that Epona's is Way of the Hero in Sacred Forest Meadow, but he hasn't used it for anything yet. He got Boomerang and decided to just instantly come do Jabu. Because I think this is like the last thing he has to do as child.
And GDO just marked light arrows there as the result of that opponent's.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't put light arrows on Purplerupees tracker. Dude, I'm so hyped to like wait for to wait for outside Ganon's castle to have an item.
Dude, I'm just waiting for it.
I mean, finding the long shot would be like, I mean, pretty good because it would be like, okay, well, the seed's over. But at the same time, it's like, but at what cost? But at what cost? Oh, that's why I haven't been able to hear Falcon's music, because it's Kokiri Forest. It's just so quiet in areas where there are enemies, because it keeps like playing the quiet part of the song at the beginning. Or maybe Kokiri Forest is the enemy theme. I don't know. At this point, we don't know. Falcon's off the nice boat. Mayday, mayday, ship is slowly sinking. And now we wait to see if Purplerupees pays choice to come here pays off. I mean, there is a pretty good chance that... I mean, they still do have to find iron boots as well. I forgot about that. Sure, they have gold scale, but if they don't...
You know, it would be so sad if Iron Boots was on Strength 3 and nobody gets them because they just beat water without them.
Yeah,
I will cry.
If they find Longshot, 100% we're gonna see water or gold scale water from both players,
I'm ready to
without a
cry.
doubt, without a doubt. But they could still get punished if they need iron boots in Water Temple. But I think if we see iron boots come from Jabu or like somewhere near, like I think I would just go to Water Temple anyway. Go start clearing it out, looking for Longshot. Because at the very least, it's progress in a dungeon that you have to do, so... Purplerupees looking for the bubbles instead of just blindly throwing nuts. He must be low. Yeah, only 36. You don't want to waste them.
Yeah, only.
Alright, we got a Stone of Agony. Falcon's inventory is looking pretty full. I think he's found almost every item in the game. Except for Longshot and Iron Boots. Of course, Falcon's been to GTG. And Purple hasn't. But I think the only item he found in there was Megaton Hammer.
Yeah, that's all he found there.
but he didn't have strength 2, so
This is loser's bracket, yes, Slipboy. Whoever loses this match is going to be out of the tournament. So there's a lot weighted on this one. Alright, what do we have here? Arrows. But we already knew that. So I think we saw Falcon check that one earlier. Nobody's messed up anything. As far as I know. He got hit on Bongo? I don't know, it looked like a pretty clean Bongo to me. Oh, he had to shoot his hands again? Oh, he probably got knocked over. Yeah, failed eye drop quest was a mistake, but it wasn't a mistake like right now. Alright. Bigger quiver on Bongo. I don't think we saw Purple pick that up. We might have, and I just didn't notice. I'm not going to mark it off just in case, but I'm pretty sure he picked it up. Alright, so we got a Shadow Medallion for Falcon. He's only a Forest Temple behind. And a second half of Jabu. Oh, okay, looks like he's going to do Forest right now, too. May as well do your Baron Dungeon just to think about what you've done.
yep, get all those skulls, so he should have 20 by the time he goes and turns them in.
Yeah.
And I find that long shot right there. Get
Purple's
triggered,
still
get
not picking
do a
up
bunch
skulls
of crouch
and jabbing.
stabs.
So yeah, I wonder where that last way of the hero is.
It's got to be on Storm's Grotto somewhere,
Yeah,
and we're just never gonna see it.
I mean, the meme locations, of course.
But I mean, there are some Storm Grottos they just would have gotten if they had Storm.
Yeah. Oops. Falcon almost done his skull hunt. Wonder how many skulls Purple has. He hasn't picked up any skulls in Jabu, so I think he's just banking on it not being skulls, which is kind of dangerous. But I mean, you do have a lot of skulls in CAC as child, so he could just pick up the skulls there if he needs to.
So now that we're back in Forest Temple, let's get talking about those sandwiches.
We still got one check coming soon from Purple. After that.
So what do you think about Hot Pockets?
Hot Pockets are okay. They're not called Hot Pockets in Canada.
But are they a sandwich?
Nah, they're more like a calzone.
Calzone
is kinda like a sub.
Arizona Cat brings up a really good point. Is fried chicken a sandwich? Because it does have a breading.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think it's a sandwich. You need to give me your definition of a sandwich.
Is a mozzarella stick a sandwich?
Ooh, Falcon not having a good setup here on the wall. He's taking out his hook shot too soon, I think. Okay, Falcon, there you go. Yeah, he's not. Oh, there we go. That'll work. Maybe it was just too far to the left. Right. Ooh, I was gonna say Purplerupees with a really good Baronade, but gets hit. Mozzarella stick is a grilled cheese sandwich. Now that's funny. That's funny. I haven't heard that before. But it's not grilled, it's fried. Nobody grills a mozzarella stick.
Well, you're grilling it
Although
right now.
although grilled cheese is really good though. Ah, no long shot on Baronade, unfortunately.
But if you reheat mozzarella sticks that have already been fried, like the ones you get frozen, you're technically grilling it if you put it in a like toaster oven. You could...
I mean, if you grill it. I wouldn't call a toaster oven grilling though. Like, a mozzarella stick would just go right through the grill. Like, when I think mozzarella stick, I think of that deep charcoaly taste. Yum yum.
Same.
If Longshot is on Strength 2 GTG, I doubt Falcon will be back there soon. Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, Purple, I imagine, is going to go straight towards the desert, and he's going to full clear GTG. For sure.
So, we'll see what happens, because that is the place for him to go right now.
Yeah.
Just check that Epona.
Yeah, he's probably going to just reverse Wasteland it. I mean, he also hasn't done any of Spirit, and he hasn't done the Fairy Fountain. So, yeah, I don't think he's going to do Spirit. Like, there's no hint towards it, and you do have that Epona hint that you still need to make use of, so there's every reason to go do your Fortress checks. And I mean, the chest on top of Fortress could just have the long shot in it. Like,
Alright. Is a Cheez-It a sandwich?
no. Cheese is just a cracker.
Yeah, but it's bread with cheese on top and bottom.
It doesn't have it on top and bottom. It's like, who even knows if it's real cheese? Let's be real here. Dude, Cheez-Its are so great. I wish Canada had more flavors of Cheez-Its, but we only had we at least got Cheez-Its. So that's
So proud of you guys.
Yeah, we have 4 flavors of Cheez-Its in Canada. The ones that matter, but not my favorite one. So for those of you interested, the 4 flavors of Cheez-Its we have in Canada, we have the original ones, we have the hot and spicy ones, we have like the zesty groove taco ones, and then we have the aged white cheddar ones. Yeah.
Well, you see, Subway isn't a real sandwich place.
Subway's
So,
great.
you gotta go to one of those back alley sandwich bars, and you'll find all the cool kids put Cheez-It on their sandwiches.
I mean, Cheez-Its on a sandwich would just get soggy. Like, I'm one of those people that likes putting potato chips on their sandwich, because it's a nice, like, crunch and it's salty. And if it's Doritos, it's cheesy. But, like, I feel like Cheez-Its would just either, like, destroy your mouth, or would just, like, immediately get soggy. I mean, bread just naturally has a bunch of sugar in it. Like, that's what bread is. Nah, I mean, I like Subway. Then again, I usually don't like just getting sandwiches as like meals from places.
I mean, why go somewhere to get a sandwich when I can make a sandwich at home?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Shadow Temple.
Ooh. Fighting the Gerudo from behind the torch is not the way.
So yeah, Asby brings up a good point. So if you have a double layered cake, is it a sandwich because you got cake, frosting, cake?
Okay, like I said before, they're not defined noun sandwiches, but if you sandwich 2 items, like if you sandwich something between 2 items, it has been sandwiched. So
Okay,
you can
so a
make
cake
that
is a
argument,
sandwich.
but
Okay.
it's not a sandwich. It's filling that has been sandwiched between cake.
So it is a sandwich. Okay, got it.
Okay, guys, let's just stop talking about this dumb shit.
Well, we're still in Forest Temple, so we gotta keep going.
I can only talk about what is and isn't a sandwich for too
Alright,
long.
but how
before I
many
start getting-
floors are there on
No,
Princess Peach's castle?
No, Cole. One of these guys needs to find a long shot.
I mean, the seed would just like instantly end when they find it.
Yeah. So like, the only song that we don't have is that we don't know is, I guess we don't have storms. So, Prelude and Burning Cack, one of those has Song of Time
And Song of Storms.
and Song of
That's
Storms.
that's where they are.
Yeah.
So basically, you gotta beat water to get them. So
Yeah.
they can't have anything.
So, Longshot isn't in the bottom of the well. Longshot isn't going to be on River Chest. Longshot, well, we already know it's not on Toilet. So, if it's not in the bottom of the well, I think Water Temple is suddenly a pretty decent play. I mean, it can't be on Frogs
I
as
would
well.
have checked water before even considering the whole prescription play. If I was Purplerupees.
Thing is that without going out of logic to get into Water Temple, they need Iron Boots. So I think whatever item they need to get into Water Temple, whether it be Longshot to do Gold Scale Water, or Iron Boots, I think it's probably going to be either in Spirit Temple, could be in Fire Temple, or it could be behind the Strength block. It would be dumb if it was in Fire Temple, but I mean, Fire and Spirit are very real.
Let's see what's behind door number 2.
Yeah, Condo, it is kind of hard. Like, I've never done it myself. Like, it's just too precise. Alright, what else do we have back here? Arrow. And a key. We did see Falcon go all the way to the Ice Arrow chest, right?
I think so, or he was just one short.
Yeah. I can't remember if he went all the way. No, we didn't.
The hammer was like the
Yeah.
second to last or something.
Hammer was the last chest before the middle room. So, we're for sure going to be seeing Purple get the hammer. So, I think after this, does Purple go to Fire or Shadow? I mean Spirit. What temple's left for Purple? There's Fire, Water, and Spirit. So we know that there's nothing interesting in Spirit or Fire, like in terms of medallions. They're just stone dungeons. But we know nothing about where the Longshot is or Iron Boots. It could be in either one, really, or both. Like if there was like a Longshot in one dungeon and Iron Boots in the other. But I'm fairly certain, like, no matter what, if we see a Longshot or Iron Boots, I think they're just going to go into the dungeons. So, I mean, Falcon's almost at the end of Forest Temple here, and Purple is almost at the end of GTG, so they're going to be in pretty much the same locations. The only difference is Falcon hasn't done Jabu yet. So, Purple does have a bit of a leg up. He's going to be making the first decision on where to go before Purple has a chance to. But if he chooses wrong, then that just gives Falcon a bunch of time to catch up. And if he makes the same decision, well, they're in the same spot. But if he makes the right roll and picks the right thing, then all of a sudden he's in, like, he could even be ahead. Like, I mean, Jabu does take a long time to do still, because you have to become child, then you have to get all the way to Jabu. Uh-oh, Purple's got the Dynalpho trapped up there. He'll jump down eventually. I think you have to get close to him, though.
Or Willy.
Oh yeah, he's just shooting it with an arrow. Just reminds me of the
He's
scene.
just like, nanny, you can't get me.
It reminds me of the scene from Indiana Jones where the dude like twirls around the sword and he just pulls out his gun and shoots him. Awful, like, how you gonna get me up here? I have the high ground. Okay, just shoots him.
You
Wall away,
underestimate
please,
my
please
power.
don't.
Hey.
Wall away, please don't will an item back to the Megaton Hammer chest. Yeah, nobody's checked 10 or 20 skulls yet. I mean, it could, both items could be in CAC on 10 and 20 skulls.
Dude, there's gonna be so many crouch stabs.
Nobody's on chickens either.
Yeah, no chickens.
Yeah, we haven't seen chickens either. Could be long shot on chickens. Alright, so Purple's in the maze.
I mean, why not? Like, they're not like struggling or anything right now. There's still like, oh yeah, there's a ton of stuff to look around in the game for.
I mean, they have most of the skulls. I think Purple still has a lot of skulls left to go. But I know Falcon has at least 16 to 18 skulls. I didn't see what his count was in the bottom, but I imagine he collected all the skulls in Forests. So he probably has 18. Alright, Purplerupees picks up his Megaton Hammer.
Hunger
Oh yeah,
Kappa,
if
now that
this
is art.
if this isn't a key, he's gonna be one key short as well. I think it has to be a key. Nope, it's not. So yeah, he's one key short as well.
Well, the toilet's key.
Toilet was an item, wasn't it? Oh yeah, toilet was a key, that's right. Yeah. Oh god, toilet was a key.
But yeah, it still means nothing there.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they need to have beaten Water Temple. That's right. That is correct. Alright, so Purple gonna be checking the top of his Gerudo Fortress, and then probably horseback archery right after. He's gonna be getting his light arrows, and then, well, we'll see where he rolls the dice. I would like to see him go to, I would like to see him go to Spirit Temple myself, because it's a lot more checks that are closer together. Like, Fire Temple has a bunch of keys in it. You have to climb up, it's a long dungeon.
So Falcon is gonna go to his Jabu. So he's just slowly catching back up in all these dungeons.
Yeah.
While Purplerupees is doing all the checks that Falcon did earlier.
Yeah. So, if Falcon decides to... Epona just running into the wall there. If after Jabu, Falcon decides to go to Fire Temple and he picks... Hello? Oh, okay. I thought Epona was stuck there for a sec. Epona's doing some crazy stuff, though. You would have warped to Shadow and walked to Zora's. Yeah, I know. We were just busy talking about stuff. Alright, let's Let's see if Purple has a better archery than Falcon.
His flawless pots.
Yeah, that's way better archery than Falcon. Yeah, he's
He even missed 3 shots.
missed a lot of shots, yeah. Alright, so he's gonna get his ice trap. You are a
What
fool.
a fool.
And then he's gonna get his sweet and dandy light arrows. There we go. And now I imagine he's gonna go grab his big Goron sword. Oh, and then we haven't seen Valley yet either.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah, we haven't seen
Valley.
we haven't seen Valley
Oh my god!
because
Valley
Falcon
could have bits.
Valley.
More spears, 0 checks that they haven't done.
Yeah, chicken. We got chickens. We got Valley.
Now
All
we got
this spear zero.
skulls.
I mean, if Longshot is on Valley, that's just ultra uber punished. Yeah, because Falcon fell off before we saw what was even in the box, because he just tried to hover boot to it. Well, you know, Falcon letting things go. Kappa.
You gotta get that big Goron sword.
But, I mean, if Longshot is in Valley, that's just like... I mean... Like, Valley is a first check for me, because I'm like a rando beginner. Like, I just always do Valley. So, let's see, what are we gonna get in the box? That looks like bombs.
I couldn't see.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
bombs.
see.
It's just
Yeah.
bombs. Alright, we
let's
got the
give us the
waterfall. Oh, Purple remembering that he has skulls to collect still. At least he knows that he's got to collect skulls still. There it is. How many is he up to? 10.
So Falcon can get his last goals here in Jabu and turn them in.
Yeah.
Afterwards. Oh yeah, I guess we have the hint that we have a chance.
Alright, well, 30 skulls. We already knew that. Yeah, Purple got 10. Yeah, 10 skulls at 230 is pretty monk-ass. Not gonna lie.
They basically just decided we don't care about skulls because all these skull checks are dead.
No, I don't know, where's Purple going? Is he going child?
Child?
Oh yeah, child spirit.
It's my guess, but I don't know where else he would go.
I can't imagine he would go anywhere other than child spirit. Uh-oh, Lalo is saying what if again. We have a...
What if he's getting skulls?
Oh, he's probably... Yeah, he could be going to turn in his 10 skulls. And then get the Knight Cack skulls. No, he's going to the forest.
No, I don't think anybody checked Hyrule Castle Fairy Fountain.
No, yeah, you're right. We've seen one seed get punished for not checking.
Yeah, that was like last check.
Yeah, that was I don't remember who did that. Oh, that was Purple. Yeah, Purple got punished by not checking the fairy fountain in Hyrule Castle. Are we gonna see a repeat performance? Perhaps.
Where he's running to? Is he Goron City?
He's probably going to Goron City so he can do his Saria's Song shenanigans.
Okay.
Oh, plus he hasn't done Slingshot game in the forest yet either. Because he passed up on that first Slingshot.
Oh yeah.
It could have been here all along. Because we haven't seen Falcon do this either.
Falcon did it, yeah.
Oh, Falcon did it? Okay.
Yes.
I was 100% sure I didn't see Falcon do it.
Well, Falcon's ignoring
But
the
makes sense.
goal.
Falcon did come through here checking all his stuff. I mean, we haven't seen anything from Child Goron City. We see all the Boulder Maze, but we still don't have Pot. I think Falcon might have checked Rolling Goron. Can anything be in pot? Yep. Pot is 100% in logic. Red rupee. Could be Darunia. Hopefully it's Darunia, so we won't have to see pot. But I mean, we could be seeing pot.
Well, we all know Longshot is on strength 3, so.
I can't wait.
We could be here all night.
And they'll have to last check it eventually. Alright. Iron boots. Nope, gold rupee. Seed with pot and the Biggoron sword quest. I mean, of course the Biggoron sword quest where they have to do it is like one where they get prescription as their first item. At least it starts at prescription and not at like poacher's saw. Or like something worse like Kojiro. Alright. Purple misses the pot. Does want those bombs though, so maybe he failed it on purpose. For the 15
The
bombs.
strats.
Starts his egg. Yeah, that sounds pretty terrible too, not gonna lie. Trade quests in any game are just bleh. Yeah, 500 rupees. Yeah, you can just go into the Goron shop and just buy bombs at that point. Alright, just more bombs. Oh, he's not dropping down for those bombs though. Alright, now we're going to Child Spirit. Alright, Falcon's almost done Baronade. Well, he is done Baronade. He's got...
So the question will be, where does he go?
Oh, what's... Oh, purple's changing it day. For some reason. Oh, he might be changing it to just night before he goes into Spirit Temple, because if he finds nothing in, Child Spirit, then he can immediately go warp to the graveyard and do Dampe.
Oh my god, another Spirit Zero we haven't checked.
Yeah, we haven't seen we haven't seen Dampe yet either.
Dude, they're putting off so many early checks.
Uh-oh. Oof.
Yeah, so now Falcon's getting this skull when he literally passed by multiple skulls. Or maybe not.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, I think Falcon changed it night so he could do Dampe too, but I mean,
But
that changes it to midnight, so he's not going to be able to do Dampe.
yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure Falcon doesn't need to do Cac Night Skulls. I mean, he might need to grab a few.
He's missing. Yeah.
I didn't see it. I mean, he should have grabbed the rest of his skulls in Jabu, but I guess
He
just
didn't.
decided
That's what
not
I'm
to.
commented on, that he just skipped them.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he's at. He may be.
He's either
like
at 18 or 19. Oh, I guess he is at 20 already. Maybe he collected his last one in Jabu and then just skipped the rest. Oh, there's another magic. Oh, he doesn't have 20.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I could have sworn he didn't pick up any more. Well, at least it's night. There you go, now he's at 20. Alright, so there's a 10 skull magic. Both magics were accessible, I think. And the last quiver.
And another
Okay.
bow.
So, lots of items from the skulls, but nothing, yeah, nothing super major. Meanwhile, Purplerupees gets the iron boots from Child Spirit. Wherever they are on the tracker. There they are. So after Dampe, I think I'm going immediately to Water Temple.
I think he's gonna get skulls and then go water
I
temple.
don't think he's gonna have enough though. He only has 10. Like he's not gonna be able to grab his 20 skull hint. Yeah,
Oh baby boys, it's time.
Yep. We got a chicken play. Get your CAC W's out. Cacti CAC W. Dampe. Dampe has a hard piece. Okay. I was gonna say, what a back-to-back that would have been. Alright, I forgot to check and see how many skulls Purple had, but we're about to find out now. Yeah, he only has 12, so doing his night skulls here, like, isn't really worth it. I would just get 10, and then I would probably just dip out and go to Spirit Temple. Or go to, Water Temple. But I guess if he's not going to be Child again for a while, then it's like, when else is he going to be here? So get the Night Skulls, and then just go back to Temple of Time. Alright, I've been meaning to show this video on stream before some of the races start, but it's just too inconvenient. So after this race, if people stick around, I'll show the highlight video for the winners side races up to top 8.
Highlight video.
Yeah. It's a short like 12-13 minute video, but it's all my favorite moments from the winners side bracket up to top 8. It's gonna be some fun moments in there. Alright, Purple, we got a prelude. Yep, he's going back to double.
But Purple, the chickens.
Yeah, he's not doing chickens. Is he gonna be punished? Nope. Never punished. Never punished. So where's Falcon going now? I guess Falcon's done Jabu. I should mark that off on his tracker. Okay, now he's doing Dampe. And then we're gonna see... Oh! No! Purple's going back to Spirit Temple. Alright, he's going back to do more of Spirit.
I think he just doesn't think long shots in water.
Yeah, I don't like the play he's making. I mean, I guess it makes sense. If you go to Water Temple, it's a long way there because you have no Serenade. So, if you go to Water Temple and you don't end up finding a long shot, then you have to dip out of Lake Hylia, and then you have to walk all the way back there a second time. So, I think the play is do the smarter thing and get the most checks out of the way. Why haven't either of them done fire? Because fire sucks. Yeah, Purple doesn't have Iron Boots yet. Iron Boots were in Child Spirit. He's probably gonna do Child Spirit at some point because it looks like he's kind of rounding out Child checks. Weren't they? Oh, I thought they were. Oh no, I didn't think it was Iron Boots. I saw people in chat saying Iron Boots, and so I was like, oh shit, Iron Boots. Alright, well, we don't have iron boots then. So yeah, alright. Go to Spirit. That's not me. I saw people saying heavy boots in chat. Oh, that was predicting. People gave me the old trolley then. Too much stuff to look at.
GDO got the old bamboozled.
Yep, I got bamboozled by the chat. Either way. Yeah, dude, I totally thought he got it. I'm not used to looking at the D-pad. Those things aren't there in vanilla. So, that makes sense. Another reason why he didn't go back to Water Temple. Yeah. But, I mean, there is still that fire play. Just, I 100% expected them to last check Fire Temple, given the temples that they had to do. No, we haven't found the last way of the hero hint. We've only seen 2 of each hint from the Way of the Hero locations, so we don't know if we have a double yet either. I guess Epona's song did get them. Oh, because light arrows can't be Way of the Hero, right? Yeah,
Oh,
light
light
arrows
arrows cannot.
light arrows can't be hinted Way of the Hero. And the only other item in GTG was the hammer. Oh, well, there's the iron boots.
But
So-
I think you can hint something that
Yeah,
leads
so
towards
it
light
won't-
arrows, so it still could be.
Yeah, it won't hint them, but they do need that item to get light arrows. So, yeah, so I think, never mind then, never mind. It led to light arrows, that's right, yeah. I was thinking about that. But we found iron boots in Spirit Temple, so I mean, at least we have one item. So Purple can just finish clearing Spirit, go to water. If nothing's in water, go to fire.
And then let Big Goron for strength 3 to
Yeah.
find
And then
shot.
all this time, it was on Big Goron.
Oh,
Right.
Falcon's checking this fairy fountain.
Yep. Purplerupees got punished by not checking this in his last race that knocked him into losers. Will he get punished again?
Dude, you just know this is a plan though if you get punched on this check.
I mean, there's a chance. What are the odds that Purple rolls 2 seeds like that, though?
I saw blue for a moment. I'm like, oh.
I mean, long shot's kind of blue. You know, over 7 years, it could erode into a long shot, right?
Yeah.
Every time Falcon walks up to the Master Sword, it plays the da-na-na-na. It's a great fanfare for the Master Sword. Alright, so I imagine Purple's going to be doing a right hand. Just because with no
baby.
long shot. Oh,
Fire
Falcon is going to
now.
fire.
Oh, no. Dang.
Nope, nope.
Crater chest or crater fountain. I don't think anybody's done that. Which could be.
Yeah. At this point, it could be anywhere. But Epona's for hammer definitely does sound appealing to me. I mean, obviously, it would be better to be here than Fire Temple, but unfortunately, not. Alright, so we got Spirit Temple on one side, Fire Temple on the other. If Falcon lucks out and is able to complete Water Temple without Iron Boots and finds the long shot first, there's a small chance.
Literally, whoever finds long shot has a really good chance of just winning because that the Iron Boots may not be necessary. So it's just the hunt for the long shot.
Yeah.
Is it in Spirit? Is it in Fire? Is it on Strength 3?
If it's way up Fire, that would really suck for Falcon. But, I mean, he's going to find it. He's in Fire, so he's 100% going to find it before Purple if it's in Fire. I can't imagine him, like, leaving the temple for any reason without an item, no matter how high he has to go. But I think we're down to the last locations. Like, Longshot has to be either in Spirit Temple or Fire Temple. Or it could even be a Water Temple. Like, we could have a vanilla...
We have the Iron Boots for Purplerupees.
Yeah, we could have a vanilla Longshot situation. Which would be hilarious, because, I mean, whenever anyone has to look for a Longshot, they never think, oh yeah, it's in this vanilla dungeon. It's a little too convenient. Vanilla Longshot has happened to you 3 times. That is unfortunate. Alright, boss key chest, what do we have? It's a key. The hunt continues. Purple's almost done with Spirit Temple, though. So... it really, really depends where the boss key is in Water, I think. If Longshot is in Fire. Every single chest that they open is just, like, driving me further to the edge of my seat.
They keep getting all their heart containers.
Yeah. Heart containers, bombs, arrows, rupees, like... they gotta find the item one day. Another seed bag. The last seed bag. Gold rupee. Hammer recoil to get to the boss room without Longshot illegal? I'm pretty sure any way to get over to Morpho without the Longshot is illegal. I'm not sure what that trick is called, but pretty sure it's illegal. By illegal, he means not allowed to do in Rando. Yeah. If you do it, you go to jail.
The cops constantly watch.
No. Like, that just entirely skips an item that forces logic. Like, you can't beat the temple without it. It would be like if there was a way to beat Volvagia without the Megaton Hammer. Ooh, I think Purple is gonna get... oh, no. I thought he paused on one of the bricks for a sec. Alright, Falcon's gonna go up a ways now without finding anything, so...
You've seen how Zelda runners can just beat the game in like couple minutes. So just beat random the same way.
Yep.
Just the fun in that.
glitch to the end of Rando as fast as possible. When is Seed 2? When he's got another 12 hours to kill. Alright, so Purple has 1 check left in his Spirit Temple. Gotta go see what's on Twin Rova. Still very in logic. If neither of these dungeons have Longshot in it, then Purple just automatically wins. Uh-oh. Falcon just found a purple rupee. It's a sign. Alright, so it looks like he's just opening the shortcut. And he's... Oh no, he's going to fire. I think fighting Twin Rova would have been the better play here.
If it's on Twin Rova, then fucks.
Yeah, if it's on Twin Rova, then he's just throwing. Because if he does fire and Falcon doesn't find Longshot in... If Falcon doesn't find Longshot in fire, then he's gonna go to Spirit and just full clear Spirit. And then Purple has to go all the way back to Twin Rova. Yeah, I really don't like that play. It's like while you're in a dungeon, just do the whole dungeon. Yes, it's a long time to beat Twin Rova, but once you're done, you're done. You don't have to go back. And I mean, skipping the boss chest is like skipping any other chest, right? He might be just coming out to check his skulls, actually.
Especially when you know that boss is always an item.
Yeah. Oh, he's still looking for hints.
Isn't that one hint?
Oh no, oh no. He is coming for the skull. How many does he have now? This should be... There's 20. Okay, so Purple's up to 20, so he can go grab his, he can go grab his,
20
reward
skulls. 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Yeah, which we know is just a quiver.
Reminder that Big Goron is a strength upgrade.
Yeah, still could be required. Oh, it's another key. I think if Megaton Hammer Chest does happen to be the long shot, I think that's 2 seeds in a row I've rolled that. Someone's gotta put me in jail. Alright, so there's the second quiver, or the last quiver. It was the last quiver. Yeah,
If
we weren't sure
outside
if
Ganon
Purple would pick it
Castle
up.
is the long shot, I will gift 5 sub.
I don't know if they're brothers. That one just sells a mediocre product. He sells the giant's knife. Alright. Purple Rupees is on Epona. We might be seeing Lake Hylia now. So he's not going into Fire Temple after all. But, I mean, so far we haven't seen anything out of Falcon. We know Pierre is dead, so... Falcon get ISG? Yeah, he did.
Oh, and
I was like, Falcon's camera looks really stuck. I think he's in ISG. Because ISG statics your camera. Yeah, he didn't use it to his advantage.
advertise
it's
a
just funny.
product.
Go ahead, Cole.
I don't have any ideas.
Pose? Market is dead. When Market is dead,
I'm
kills
gonna
Pose too.
advertise the new free BanjOcarina 100% world record that is absolutely free right now. All you have to do is a very simple bit clip into Dodgem Dome to save minutes. You can literally get world record right now. It's free.
Yeah, all you have to do is learn it and do it. Set up your lines. Buy an Everdrive. Oh, Falcon! No, Falcon, don't try to open the fake door. Oh, what was that? Door's like, nope, joke's on you.
You got
Oh my
Purplerupees
god.
looking for that hint because he's in struggle mode right now.
I mean, I'd just go into Water Temple. Like, if Longshot is at the top of Fire Temple, then Falcon just wins. But if it is in Water Temple, then it could even be Shoot the Sun. Like, pretty sure they haven't checked. Oh no, it can't be Shoot the Sun.
Well, it can't.
It can't be
you
Shoot
need
the Sun
Longshot.
because they need Longshot for that. Or Water Temple. So if Bosky's under the pillar, then he's doomed. And he has to find the Iron Boots. But I mean, there can't be any other place other than Spirit Temple for the Iron Boots to be. So at this point, it's either Megaton Hammer Chest, Twin Rova, which are the last two checks we haven't seen in the dungeons, or it's in Water Temple. So Falcon's about to get it, or Purple's about to get it, or one of them will race to Twin Rova. But I think either way, if this isn't the Megaton Hammer Chest, or if this isn't Longshot for Falcon, then nope, it's not. So Fire Temple was dead. So I honestly, if the boss key is in a really, really good location, it still could be Falcon's race. Because if Purple has to look around for the boss key forever and doesn't find the long shot, then it could be a while before he goes back to Twin Rova. But I mean, we could be seeing Longshot like pretty soon, so. Asmi, that's Schlongster's thing. Don't be copying Schlongster. Alright, it looks like Falcon. I don't know where he's going. Well, he's pulling up Epona, so he's probably. I can't imagine he's going to Lake Hylia.
Time for round 2.
I mean, long shot in OGC, it's still a thing. If Purplerupees finds nothing in Water Temple, he's going straight to Spirit Temple, where all he has left to do is fight Twin Rova. And if it's not on Twin Rova, hopefully he realizes that he has to go straight to Death Mountain. Or straight to Zora's Domain, I mean.
So, yeah, I guess Falcon hasn't done his Gerudo's Valley checks. And he may be running over to do those.
Oh, that's
Try
right.
again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Going to Gerudo Valley. He still needs to do the rest of GTG, right? Now that he has strength.
That too.
I wonder why he didn't just reverse Wasteland.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because, I mean, most people who do reverse Wasteland just talk about how fast it is all the time. Okay, he is. Imagine checking a Sphere 0 check 3 hours into the seed.
As adult using a dumb method.
Yeah.
At least he's gonna check it before he just does it this time.
Yeah. He still has to jump down to check the waterfall, though. Alright, it's just bombs. Alright, there's the boss key. So, it's an early enough boss key, but I think that Falcon has a long way to go before Twinrova. I think Purple's just done too much. Because even if Twinrova does have the long shot, then, I mean, Falcon still has to clear all of Spirit Temple. And he's going back into GTG anyway. So I really don't think there's any way that Falcon can catch up at this point.
Yeah, because there's no way he's just gonna randomly decide to do the
I mean,
Frank
there's-
replay.
Sunder, there's outside Ganon's castle, which they need to do Big Oron for that last strength 4. I think that's it. Like, everything else is locked behind Song of Time or Song of Storms.
And that outside Ganon's castle has been in logic forever.
Yeah,
It's like
like-
a Sphere 3 check.
Yeah, like Big Goron could have been their first strength. Like, that's how long it's been in logic. Still no keys. Dragon chest room. So we got to do under central pillar now.
And
Under-
so we were thinking
That, like, Thunder, that the Opona's was hinted way the hero for the prescription.
Yeah.
because they haven't found anything of like importance other than light arrows over here.
Because the hammer was useless.
Yep.
Well, Falcon never did Volvagia. Volvagia was a key though, right? I think it was a key. Yeah. Yeah, Volvagia had to have been a key, because I think Falcon finished the dungeon with 1 extra key. Yeah, that's right, because the Megaton Hammer chest was an item, so he went up there because it was a 50-50. If OGC is an item, I clipped our prediction earlier, so I'll make a nice highlight.
And people will get some nice subs.
I mean, we're gonna find out if OGC is the item, like, really early anyway. Because it's... I'm pretty sure it's the only thing we haven't seen. We've seen every fairy fountain, aside from, fountain. But we know that's dead anyway, so... Dude, what a meme. Where were the other two strengths?
One was in the Zora River.
Yeah. One was in Upper Zora River. Or not Upper Zora River, but like the grotto. And the other one was, it was pretty early on. I think it was in Dodongo's. No, it
That
wasn't
was the
Dodongo's,
bomb
that was Bomb Bag. Let me check the log real quick. Their strengths was, Deku Tree.
Deku Tree.
Deku Tree and Zora River were the 2 strengths. Why did he dip before checking? Because it's a key. Or, it's... Toilet is a key, and because you need Song of Time to do Toilet, the last item can't be anything. Because if they had Song of Time, they would have already beaten Water Temple. Thus, able to beat the rest of the seed. Purple Rupee's got one more check before going all the way to Vanilla Longshot. And we know that River Chest isn't anything, so he really only has 2 checks left in the dungeon.
Slowly
That's a
running out of
key.
options.
Yep, so the only option for Longshot in Water Temple is Vanilla Longshot Chest. And if it's not there, it's 100%, it's 50-50 Twin Rova or outside Ganon's castle.
Unless we're missing something.
I'm pretty sure we've seen everything.
I think we've like checked everything. in
Let's
the
see.
game.
We've seen all of Goron City for sure. I know we've seen all of Lost Woods. We've seen Sacred Forest. We've seen the field. We've seen every temple except for no, we've seen every temple. They've full cleared everything except for Twin Rova. The saddest part about all this is that we saw Falcon almost finish the Bigoron trade
Dude,
quest.
Falcon could have been done an hour ago if he got the long shot.
If OGC was long
if
shot,
OGC.
that would have been the biggest slap in the face to Falcon. Like, I would feel so bad losing to that. But, I mean, we have 3 checks in the game that it could be, so we're down to the final 3. Got Twin Rova, Dark Link, and Big Goron.
Dude, why are all of the seeds on this race down to the last check?
Because the checks are so stupid. Like, it's like, hey,
They
Bigoron's
just
got a
love
strength.
making
Oh,
fun
well,
of
it doesn't matter. I got a strength. Oh, there's a strength too. Who needed to do that? Like, surprise.
Long shot cannot be on any Song of Storms because you need to beat water to get Song of Storms.
Yeah.
Seed.
Water Temple locks both Song of Storms and Song of Time, so anything that requires those 2 songs is not needed to find Longshot.
Come on, vanilla long shot.
A lot of people go way too far away from the central little tree area.
Gotta make sure.
Purple just kind of swinging his sword around. Doesn't really matter how you do the fight with the Bigoron sword, you just get it done. Alright, here we go. Moment of truth.
Oh baby.
Just use hammer, it's faster with Bigoron sword, especially with 12 or 14 armored hearts. There it is.
Oh!
The vanilla location long shot. Rip outside Ganon's castle.
I am so sad.
Yeah. Dude, that is a huge meme. Vanilla location long shot. That is 100% game over for Falcon.
GG.
Falcon gets his iron boots. And this puts Purple Rupees in go mode. Has everything he needs to beat the seed, all he needs to do is do it. And with every check in the game done, except for 2 things. What's left to be at OGC? It could be anything. It could be a blue rupee, it could be arrows, could be bombs. There's another bomb bag. Whatever is at outside Ganon's castle, it's not a useful item. They already found ice arrows, so it can't be ice arrows. Alright, pretty clean Morpha fight from Purple Rupees. I thought it was gonna escape, but he got the stab in. What if lightning strikes Purple's house? Would Falcon win? Luckily, we have a fail-safe. Well, we got 15 minutes. I mean, at this point, I mean, he's not finishing if that happens, but... Losing due to a power outage would just be the worst thing ever. But, I mean, if something like that happened, then it would just be the universe fating Falcon to win, clearly.
I mean, thinking about this seed, this is still a decent end time for Purplerupees with checking the entire game.
Yeah, it is. I mean, not having to go to well, what is on OGC? It could be anything, Lazy Comet. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Let's have a look in the spoiler log. I actually don't know what it's called in the game's check. Just because we know that they're not gonna check it, I'll
Is it Greg?
They already found the green rupee.
Oh, dang.
No.
Outside Games Castle or Fairy Fountain?
Oh, it's
Double...
probably called Fairy Fountain. I'll try defense. Double defense. Oh no, that's double defense. Yeah, it's not called double defense. It's a Fairy Fountain, whatever, so. Oh, I guess it doesn't like Fairy Fountain. Fairy? Let's try that. Okay, here we go. OGC Great Fairy Reward. 5 rupees.
Hey.
Yep, so Purple's on his final stretch. What a seed. This was a really entertaining seed. Like, the whole outside Ganon's castle thing, like, kept us going, kinda like the whole CAC archery thing kept us going in Schlongster's race versus Mooseman. Though, what if it's something? What if it's something?
The logic pointed towards it.
How did Purple do Ganon's without his medallions? He didn't. I mean, he has the medallions. I just forgot to mark off his last medallion. Because we got too excited. We got too excited over the last check.
Where was that last Way of the Hero hint, or what was it?
Let's have a look. Because I'm actually interested in that last Way of the Hero too.
Yeah, it has to have been in a Storm's Grotto.
Way of the Hero. Okay, let's see. Oh, it was a double ice cavern.
Interesting. That makes sense. You get the boomerang.
Yeah, where were the double Way of the Hero? Let's see. Ice Cavern, Way of the Heroes. We have one of them was the Hyrule Field Cow Grotto, of course. One was in... Okay, so one that we got was behind Deku Tree. There was an Ice Cavern Way of the Hero in the Kokiri Forest Storms Grotto.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
And yeah, the other one was in another grotto that we didn't see.
Dang, you don't see that.
Let's double check that again just to make sure.
And double Way of the Hero Ice Cavern.
Yeah, Hyrule Field Cow Grotto and Kokiri Forest Storms Grotto. So that's why. Those are... I mean, the Cow Grotto we never see people go into anyway.
Maybe people should start checking it.
It usually has a hot meme on it. Whenever people can't find a hint, it's always there. Yeah, one cycle Ganondorf is pretty hot. So we're gonna be coming up on time for Purplerupees real fast. Hey, Aaron, you came by in the last 5 minutes of the race, so GL to both runners.
Who knows who's gonna win? It's anybody's game right
Yeah,
now.
could be anyone's race. And don't forget, after the stream's over, I'm gonna be playing that highlight video, so stick around. We'll be doing some post race commentary, and then we'll load that up. Falcon having memes on the meme wall. How many people bet on Falcon? Let's find out. I think Purplerupees... Oh, Falcon was the favorite. 57% bet on Falcon, 39.6k, and Purplerupees 29.3k channel points. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and choose the outcome. It's Purplerupees. I'm not gonna ask the racers about sandwiches. That goes for Cole too. Purplerupees really likes doing Ganon with the light arrows, just to make him useful for something. I guess you got him. May as well do it. Alright. Ganon is down. We're going to have a winning time coming up real soon here. It'll be a high 316 50x. Maybe. Might just be a barely a 316. And time 316.56 from Purplerupees. Boink. And there's the winning time on stream. So Cole, if you want to run down and let Falcon know that the race is over, I'll pull Purplerupees in here. Purplerupees.
Yeah.
Congratulations on finishing Troll Seed number 69.
Nice vanilla long shot.
Dude, me and Cole were memeing about outside Ganon's castle.